Right, everybody, welcome back to Odyssey: The Dragonlords. Last we left off, the party comprised of Drakgar, Exandri, Derek, Porunga, Metius, and Juno. Uh, well, they managed to successfully foil the sacrifice attempt on Princess Honora. By attacking the basilisks early. They merely needed to wait within the Rock of Estor for the time frame to pass, and they did. The basilisks never showed up. Instead, the party just relaxed for a bit until the sun came up. The well, shall we say that the Order of Siren was not happy about this. And though it was a cause for celebration in the city of Estoria, the party had little time to celebrate. Instead, they decided to follow up on a clue, a lead that they got from Pericles, a inhabitant of the city of Estoria, about a missing group of young people that have been taken from their homes in Estoria. Presumably, they might have made their way to the Oldwoods. And, well, the party decided to look into these matters. Before that, however, they decided they needed to be prepared for what's coming. And so, that's where we continue. Alright, so, we are back here in the city of Estoria. I believe some of you wanted to do something, before heading out from the city proper.
Yeah.
Hold on, just so I can look through the notes from last time. Let me see.
I think I wrote them in the chat as well as to what everybody was doing.
I
Uh,
think we were just trying to chat around, right?
Juno and,
Fine.
Juno and Exandri, you guys would go to the Dragon Shrine and also to the Agora to do some shopping, maybe pass by Vulcan's shop, to, see if he has anything for you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Juno and I are gonna go to the Dragon Shrine, then shopping, and then to see Vulcan.
Metius and Derek, you guys went to the library to get a little bit of information about the Oldwoods, the Goatlinks, the disappearing people, and the like. See if there's anything there. Probably less on the disappearing people, but more so on the Goatlinks. Porunga and Drakgar, you guys were going to be asking around to see who all have gone missing. Gather information on, looks, belongings, and the like. Anything that could help to identify, the people that have gone missing. Uh,
think we chose on going to the Dragon's Tooth to ask around.
yes, correct. So, well, let's go in order here. Well, who wants to go first? Actually, I better ask that. One at a time, y'all. Uh,
Well, I'm
Do
in
you
the
guys want to
library.
go first in case Mitch shows up? Since Mitch is with me, I'll go last.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So what? You two or me and Brunga?
You guys can go first.
Okay, I guess I'll go first.
I'll do the Dragon's Tooth.
okay, so Drakgar and Porunga. You guys decide to head out towards the Dragon's Tooth, a very big inn, probably the biggest in Estoria. You guys have passed by through here before, had a couple of drinks, and you decide that to start here to kind of look for information, that you can gather. You walk into the front door, and immediately you are welcomed by a lot of smiling faces. People who seem to have heard of your efforts in assisting, Princess Honora and the city of Estoria as a whole. As you would expect, much like following the royal decree of King Pythor, many of the citizens here have already started on the week long of celebration. You see people reveling in, well, just general joyfulness. They appear to be currently, in the middle of, a good couple of rounds of drinks that are being sent out. Could you both make me an insight check?
Character sheet's not. Ooh, let's go.
All right, so you do realize throughout the underlying cheer and merrymaking that is happening in the Dragon's Tooth, there is this sensation underneath it all. There's a couple of people that are looking not quite like they're fully enjoying themselves. You notice a group of dwarves that appears to be, kind of like gathered in this table. Around 6 of them seem to be gathered around the table, drinks in hand, but not quite as happy as the rest of the patrons here. You would also notice a couple of people in a different segment of the inn, at least the tavern area around the inn, where they also appear to be, they appear to be of various races, not just dwarves. Also, not quite in the celebratory mood. In fact, one of them looks a little bit worse for wear. Like they've probably been drinking since early in the day. Other than that, you will catch the ears, will catch the eyes of various people who, look over to you, raise their glass high up, and drink in your honor. Others, you hear murmurs, conversations amongst the patrons, talking among themselves. And yes, throughout all of this, Delphion, the owner of the inn, appears to be, well, quite busy handling things inside the Dragon's Tooth. So, what do you guys do?
I'll look over to Porunga, and then I'll look at the two groups of people that look upset, and I'll say those guys might look like they know something. Should we go check it out?
Yeah, we should go ask him.
Should we get the ones that look like they're a little worse off first, or the other ones?
Yeah, either or whichever group we start off with.
We'll talk to the second guys.
So the group of they're not like precisely in a group, but they're kind of like all spread out in like a segment of the inn where they are all, a little bit sort of drinking on their own, so to speak, alone but together, as they say.
Oh, okay.
So you go over to them.
Yeah.
Okay. You go over to them, and well, much like the rest of the people here, they seem to acknowledge, your presence, acknowledge who you are. Though a lot of them seem a little bit unresponsive. They appear to, be still somewhat aware enough that they kind of understand, that your presence here means something important. So you kind of catch like the eyes of some of them, but not much else as you approach.
I'll ask, is everything all right? You guys look like you guys might be upset, or I don't know.
Oh well, don't try too hard. The you kind of like with that sort of like
I'm doing the talking.
with that sort of like half-assed question for the people here. You kind of a couple of them don't really seem like they answer, but you're not sure if it's out of them not wanting to share or them not wanting to bother you. There is, however, one human that is towards the back of this group of people. That looks like they are, like they cannot do look at you when you ask the half-hearted question. He looks over and says, "What? Expecting us to, buy you a couple of drinks for our issues?"
No, not at all. It just sounded like you guys. Something might be. I heard some people are going missing, and I was wondering if you might know anything about that.
There's, when you mentioned the things about people going missing, there's a visible reaction on the man. He seems to kind of make this movement with his jaw as if he's, as if he seems to think of something when you say it. You see him reach for his mug and he takes a gulp from it. Takes a good drink from it. He then looks over at you and says, "Yeah, I suppose word spreads pretty quickly. Don't tell me you're here to do anything about it. I could have sworn that, people such as yourselves will bother yourselves a little bit more with those who are a bit higher up the ladder, like Princess Honora."
We try to help whenever we can, and kind of took heard about this might be happening, so we might as well try to fix it if we can, or help.
Might as well, huh?
Yeah.
You can tell by his reaction he didn't mean that as a
Yeah.
as a positive thing. He kind of just does this weird gesture as he seems to be readjusting his positioning on his seat, and he says, "Okay, so what do you want to know?"
Well, anything you know about the matter would be helpful if you know anything. Or is anybody you know or that has gone missing, or any details you could give?
About the people that actually took the missing people?
Yeah, there you go.
Kinda looks over and he says, "Well, I don't know who took him, but I know my brother has been worried sick about his son. My nephew. He disappeared alongside with a group of people. Uh, it went. At first, we thought they were going out for some, partying outside of the city. You know how young people are. But then they didn't come back for a couple of days, and we waited, and we sent word out, and well, it's not just one or two people have gone missing. Whole group of people have gone. After that, the disappearances stopped for a bit, and we haven't heard anything since. Guards claim that the king has sent orders for people to look into this, but well, between you and I don't particularly trust Lord Pythor. He's a good king. Trust me, don't get me wrong. But well, part of me believes that he's not quite the best at managing things around here in the city. I love the man, but he's just. I think Princess Nora would make a better ruler than him.
Yeah, I understand. Do you got any details of anybody that he was with that night? Or could possibly describe what they look like?
Just know that my nephew was hanging out with a group of troublemakers, young men and women, probably all around the same age. Yes, all turning of age.
How long ago was this?
Couple of days, I think, or maybe more. I can't quite tell. His his birthday was coming up, I think. Look, I can't give you too many details. Nobody was around when all of these kids went missing. You know, they some claim that they heard noises of of revelry, the smell of alcohol. Then there was something else, uh, some foul stench overheard from a bit of the guards that when they went on looking for them, it's like they could smell something in the air, and more so they could hear something, as if somebody in the distance, just out of sight, was taunting their every move. I don't know. I want to be optimistic, but well, besides the latest events, Princess Nora being saved, sacrifice being averted, and all, there hasn't been that many in the way of good news around this place. I know the king means well with this whole week's worth of celebration, but that's not gonna bring her. That's not gonna bring those young people back.
Yeah, we'll try to get him. We'll try to get him back. We'll see.
Yeah, you do that. Here, kind of tosses you a couple of tosses you 4 silver pieces. He says, "Your next drink's on me. Better least we can do for someone like y'all."
Thank you.
Thanks for that, and we'll get it. We'll get your brother back.
It's not my brother, my nephew is the one that.
Oh, your nephew.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get your
my bad.
nephew back.
I'm sorry about that.
He's kind of turns away from you, goes back to his drink. Anything else you want to do, Dragon Porunga?
Can we go
I'll
talk to
go.
those dwarves?
Yeah, I'll go head over to the dwarves.
All right. While you're walking, over to the table where the dwarves are at, you overhear a couple of conversations from the people here. General small talk that some of the people here, kind of engage in. You hear a couple of people overheard that not too long ago a band of warriors traveled over to the necropolis of Tillamook around a month or so ago, but nobody has heard of them since. Another thing you would hear, you almost as if being shared through some form of rumor, I suppose. You overhear one of the citizens around the Dragon's Tooth. This kind of like two gnomish-looking individuals, kind of talking among themselves. Hear one of them say, "You hear? You're one of the people who are in town. You know those heroes, the ones that saved Princess Nora. Heard one of them wrestled a Minotaur and broke their horn. Can you imagine that? Taking down one of those big brutes like that?" But other than that, that's basically what you hear. As you make your way to the dwarven table, you see them all in various degrees of emotion, ranging from grumpy to outright, like angry at something. You are noticed very easily, obviously, as you approach, and one of the dwarves looks over at you and says, "Hey, you! Are one of those, those heroes that walked into town, aren't you? You too."
Yeah, that's us. We hear about some kids going missing. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, we've heard about that. And, well, it would help you in that matter, but we kind of have our own things to deal with here. He kind of, you see as one of them kind of looks over at the one who was talking and kind of does like this gesture with his, with his hand, says, "Ah, come on, don't bother the man. They're already looking into something, as it appears. We can't bother them with another task." A third dwarf chimes in, female one, kind of says, "Ah, you two just never seem to agree on anything." She then looks over at you guys and says, "Look, we've heard about the those kids going missing. Real shame. Uh, we wish we could help in that regard, but we have nothing to really give you, or at least nothing that couldn't have been given to you already. Right now, we are looking at a bit of a bad situation. Tell you what, have you met the dwarf over at the center of the city, the one who claims to be Vulcan?"
Yeah, I've met him before.
"Right. Well, you see, uh, that old man and ourselves, we've talked for a bit. Uh, Overheard him talk about a certain place that's outside of the limits of the city, among the mountains. They say that, well, we know, rather, for a fact, that an ancient forge dwells within those mountains. They used to call them the Mithril Mines. You see,
Oh yeah.
you
I'm sorry.
me and my friends here, we used to work there, if you believe them, around a couple of centuries ago. Uh, well, I didn't work there, but my friend over there did. She kind of points at one of the other dwarves on the table, one of the ones that are, not really too responsive. This one looks old. White hairs all over his hair and beard. Kind of just like looks at you while raising an eyebrow. Doesn't say anything. But just kind of does like this gesture with his hand as if saying, "Yeah, that's me." Uh, One of the other male dwarfs speaks up and says, "Well, really doing this? All right. So, all right. Just to make things long story short here, man. Uh, we've heard that many a dwarf died during the closure of those mines. Something about you know an attack that happened around that time. Now, us dwarves, we're very traditionalist in our views. We seek to have some form of closure. It doesn't really vibe too well with us. Leaving behind a dwarf filled with the dead bodies of our ancestors. The bodies that were never given a proper burial, or at the very least, proper respect in their death as they were in life. So, we've been discussing this for quite a while. We actually were planning on drawing straws to see which one of us would try to find you in the city to ask you this. If you and the others that are accompanying you ever decide to go over to the Mithril Mines, we would like you to bring a couple of things back to us. This is going to sound like a weird request, but well, you wouldn't really understand if you're not a dwarf. How do I put this in a way that would seem not too creepy? The other dwarf chimes in and says, "What my friend here is saying is that he wants you and your party to come give us some of the skulls of the ancient dwarves that died within those halls. We're willing to pay for each of them."
We were looking to go there after we handled this problem with all the missing kids. I'll keep note of that, and
Right.
I'll handle that after.
Yes, of course. We know that task is far more important than just a couple of old, dusty bones. We would go there ourselves, but well, we heard stories.
Yeah, after we handle this problem with all the missing kids, we'll head to the Mithril mines, and I'll grab that stuff for you.
The stuff.
I don't know.
The stuff.
All right, the skulls.
The stuff, he calls it. All of the other dwarves kind of like chuckle a little bit. The female one chimes in and says, "Yes, you go grab the stuff for us."
Oh my god.
Other than that, they seem to, kind of just turn back to what they were doing, just kind of like talking among themselves as they bid you farewell.
Alright. And I'll say my goodbyes and thanks for the help.
All right. Let's cut over to Derek and Metius. Hold on, have we done your stuff last week? I can't remember if we did.
Researching the goatlings?
Yes.
No.
All right. In that case, if you're looking into the goatlings, I need you to make me a investigation check or a history check. I'll let you choose.
Let's see. Are they the same? They are. Okay, cool. 18.
Just to comment real quick. Here's the thing, Drakgar. You're gonna have to get better at RP, because this is
Yeah.
boy. Anyway,
Yeah.
everybody learns at their own pace. So you know.
Words are not my.
So, Metius, 18. You try your hardest to kind of look into the library for some form of of records, archives, anything you can find on Goatlings. You find that again, Pythor's library seems to be skewered towards a particular type of archiving of documents. More so in the aspect of like if I was to describe it some way, like monster manuals, like bestiaries,
Yeah, cool.
stuff to that effect. More stuff that leans more to the battle aspect of things rather than a scientific, biological, aspect. You do, however, come across a couple of things. In a book that is titled The Servants of Death. Strangely enough, you did not expect to find anything of Goatlings here. For all you were aware of, they were just, Fae. You find out that Goatlings are indeed very tricksy, Fae adjacent creatures. They are evil as all hell. Often finding themselves in. Well, the book obviously uses more colorful descriptions of their, of how bad these guys are. But to keep things PG, you would see in this book that the Goatlings seem to engage in a lot of really grotesque practices, eating of living flesh, debauchery, any form of, I guess, excess that you would think. They are also known for being, how shall I say, they're known for being very rude. Often spouting insults at their enemies, or even just at random strangers that pass them by. Here's a crazy part about it, however. Their insults are sometimes laced with magic in their voice, which allows them to, well, affect the people who do not watch out for that type of tactics, shall we say. Other than that, the book would detail that they're not particularly physically strong. They rely more on their, innate abilities and general slipperiness to attempt to get by.
Is there any detail about like maybe that they would come from the old wood, or is there no mention of the old woods at all? They're just sort of general creatures. They like exist generally in the land.
There's no actual place of origin detailed of these creatures.
Interesting.
Like I said, this doesn't really go into like more scientific,
Right.
historical aspects of them. There is no place of origin detail for these creatures. They are just known to have appeared one day in the land of Tylea and just be a general nuisance, dangerous nuisance is that.
Okay. And does finding this stuff take a really long time? Because we also need to look at we need to do some research about the old woods if there's anything in there at all.
Not really. It takes you a little bit to find it. In the same book, you will find a couple of other things regarding the like other creatures, but those you don't think are really important at the moment, or at least not something you would run into in the near future.
Okay.
You will well if you're trying to look into the information to the old woods or the temple or whatever, you can roll me another history check. Or
Um,
again, letting you choose.
I'm going to ask Derek to give me some assistance with this.
Do you assist Derek?
Yes, I put down my picture book and I walk over to yeah. So yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'll try my best, but yeah. Should I investigation check as well?
I mean, it's either
Uh,
you both do an investigation check or one of you provides a help action to the other to give them advantage.
Well, bardic inspiration.
That is
Counts.
also an option.
okay.
Sure.
Whichever one is. Do you want to like give me advantage?
Yeah, what are you doing, Derek? Are you giving him advantage or bardic inspiration?
Will bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
This buddy. I will do a nice little just sing a little like so no. It'll be like a little rhyme from a picture book I just read.
All right.
A little limerick.
A limerick, yeah.
Little limerick. I would ask if you have thought of a limerick, but I'm not gonna put you on the spot like that.
That
So
would be
Reading
funny.
I'm reading a picture book. It's kind,
A limerick from Witcher 3.
yeah,
Lambert, what a prick.
Alright, what? Roll your dice.
so that's a 21. Do you want to roll your bardic inspiration on that one?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a D6, I believe, at this level.
No dice.
Okay.
Got this, buddy.
D6.
Net. Roll a 6. Come on.
So we're looking for just general information on the Mossy Temple?
Yeah.
Mossy Temple on the Oldwoods, rather? Or which
Yeah.
one were you looking into?
Well, want to look at just the Oldwoods in general. Like, if there's any reports of things going there and disappearing, or people being taken to the Oldwoods, or weird rituals in the Oldwoods, just something that would be connected to what we're doing.
All right.
Well, you would find out similar information to what I've been telling you the other times that people have asked about the Oldwoods.
Uh, ancient forests at the center of the heartlands of Thylea.
Yeah.
Surrounded on all sides by fields, farms, small settlements that rely on segments of the forest to, for materials and supplies. Animals, wood, anything of the like. Consists primarily of, like oak trees, walnut trees, stuff like that. In fact, it is said that most of the trees of the forest, or at least the trees of the forest in general, were used to form, well, the first few towns, farms, and cities that arose in the land of Thylea. However, many people have known to not keep the forest at an arm's length, because many fey creatures are known to inhabit those woods. Nowadays, nobody really enters the old woods except for druids or people who really, are that confident in their skills. Many people, believe that there is some magical wards around the old woods that prevent people from finding specific locations. Though nobody's really sure who set up those wards. Some say that there's, like druids sitting in the woods that don't want to be found. Others say that it's the fey creatures themselves that have set up those magical wards. Nothing really, as far as you can tell, nothing really. The wards are not really anything dangerous on their own. They're just meant as precautions to prevent one from finding, locations too easily. The most you can think of is, people getting lost, I guess, and turned around in the forest.
Okay.
That's what you will find on the old woods in general.
All right.
Anything else?
I would like to look for a certain book in this library that Versailles actually had in her little water area. She kept me for a while.
And what is this book?
It's called Stories of Endelver.
No.
Oh come on!
And
Hey,
that's a different
why
game.
not? What's the
I would have almost said yes if you named it something like Stories of Lands Beyond or something like that. Something vague. That's way too specific, Pumo.
I will check back later on then. I'll make attempt later on then.
That's a bit too specific for this.
Got it. Next attempt. Don't worry, guys. Next attempt, I got it.
Appreciate the effort. Not quite. Not quite what I can allow.
Okay, next time. Will I get next time at least? Will it be please one
Oh my
one
god.
shot? Eventually.
Please don't beg, because that's the last thing you want to do to your dungeon master.
Begging.
So.
I tried,
Just
guys.
go
I'm
back to
sorry.
reading your picture books.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my picture book then. It's about turtles.
You almost had it, Puma. You almost had it.
I'll go back to my book about turtles then.
All right. Anything else you guys wanted to do in the library?
There was no information on the temple specifically, or just that it's like hidden and it might be warded.
Nothing that I didn't already
Okay, cool.
mention before.
Cool.
There's the temple is ancient. Nobody really knows where, what it was made of or who made it.
Yeah.
There are theories, I guess, if you want to hear any of those. Some theorize that it was built by ancient cyclopses that once roamed the lands. Others say that those same cyclopses, were devout servants of the Titans.
Yeah.
Stuff that you would expect type of stories that you would expect people would make up around the mysticism, I guess, of the temple to an attempt to explain its origins.
All right. I think that's it for the library.
All right. So, last one, Juno and Exandri. You guys were on your way to the Dragon Shrine, I believe.
Yep, that was our first stop.
Okay. Same as before. The Dragon Shrine. Well, at this point of the day, it's not quite being too occupied. The previous, times that the party members have gone here, they've ran into, groups and groups of, of acolytes, priests that were in the middle of their, daily ceremonies. Not so much anymore. It seems like everybody's kind of busy, tending to whatever other business may be done around the city. However, the person that still remains that would stand out to you. I'm not sure if Alexander has come here to the Dragon Shrine. I don't think. Is of course the man that some of you may already know as Aesop, the elven man who's kind of in charge of the temple. Who still seems to be here. He seems to not really leave this place too much. He seems to be in the middle of what appears to be a bit of a cleaning up, I guess. You see him, take like a couple of cloths to kind of wipe some of the displays, around the temple. Statues and the like, other forms of scenery or art pieces, I suppose, that are being displayed around the temple of Mithria. He doesn't seem to have noticed that you entered through the front door.
So I guess Exandria and Juno would approach him and attempt to get his attention.
Yes, you kind of walk up to him, and how do you call out? How do you get his attention?
Do we know his name is Aesop?
Has Juno been here?
No.
Okay, no, you wouldn't know. As far as you can
Okay.
tell, this is just a.
So we'd be like, excuse me, sir, would you be able to maybe assist my friend and I?
Kind of like turns around. He puts the cloth piece away and says, "Oh yes, how can I? Oh, it's you. I've heard of you. You are the Oracle's chosen, are you not?"
Yes, we are 2 of the 6, I guess you would say.
Yes, I've been told information regarding all of you. And also, word has gotten around quite quickly that you are the ones that we need to thank for the life of Princess Nora.
Oh, don't. There's no need to thank me for wanting to save my sister. That's very silly. Um,
Please,
but
I know you've heard this a lot of times already, but in the name of those devout believers of the ancient dragons, please accept my most humble thanks for your service to the city.
she'll just smile and politely nod. See that it might be a little bit redundant to try and argue otherwise with him about it. Um, I was curious if you could assist my friend and I. It seems a couple days ago when we first arrived here, you met with one of our other comrades by the name of Derek.
Ah,
Uh,
yes, the Satyr that was also one of the oracles chosen. Well, a very special oracles chosen.
yeah.
Tell, even by just looking at him, that the oracle cares deeply for him.
Your mic cut out.
He said that he can tell just by looking at Derek that the oracle cares deeply about him.
Oh, yes, she does very much. But, you see, recently we've come to the understanding that there are some goatlings that have possibly been kidnapping some children, and we've been tasked to travel south to the Oldwoods to try and rescue them.
Well,
And upon finding out this information, Derek had a minor lapse of memory and stated something about goatlings might have stolen some type of powerful item from you.
it is not my proudest moment. Yes, it appears the horn of Valmetria has been stolen by these goatlings. And if what you say is true, then it does not appear to be a coincidence. If they did indeed are also behind the disappearances of, children is a relative term for us elves. Uh, as far as I'm aware, the people that have gone missing are, well, what would in human years be equivalent to around young adults. But well,
Um,
regardless of that, uh, yes, it is as you've heard. The horn of Mitra has been taken from the temple. I have failed as its guardian, and well, sadly, I was powerless to stop it. And I believe, as I am right now, my might alone will not be enough to retrieve the horn. But
you said young adults. Is there a reason why they target young adults? Would you know?
I do not claim to know the machinations of the minds of those creatures. As far as I'm aware, they will target with their trickery just about anyone.
All right. Um, would you be able to tell us anything about this form of Momitria?
Balmithria, the loyal dragon companion to Sander Huarath, the first Dragonlord. She was, stories say that she was loyal till the end. Defended Sander Huarath against hordes of advancing enemies, and even faced off against the Titans themselves. Died in honorable combat against them. Her sacrifice marked the turning point of the First War. Even
And
go.
what type of power would it give the goatling? What should we expect to go up against if they figure out how to utilize it?
I very much doubt they can channel the true power of the horn. If anything, the most they can use it for is a table piece. It is an artifact that is beyond the usage of those simple-minded creatures. Though it does possess magical properties of its own. It is said to be able to produce enough food for, well, quite a feast, really. One need only activate its magical properties, and you have yourself quite a hero's feast. Other than that, it is said that when one who is deemed worthy enough drinks deep from the horn of Valmithria, they will be granted a strange and powerful vision, the likes of which the Oracle can't even see. Perhaps this was all ordained. Perhaps you are all meant to drink deep from the horn and gain some clarity on your future ahead.
Would you know any reason as to why the Goatlings would want this horde?
My guess is that they've heard of the first property of the horn and thought of it as no more than a way for them to engage in endless consumption, gorging themselves fat until they can move no longer. Besides that, however, well, obviously the Titans were no fond of Palmithria. They struck her down in battle, after all. Some say that Goatlings are often influenced by the machinations of the Titans. If this is true, then perhaps they have stolen the horn on orders of one of them. Either that, or they have aligned themselves with a particularly evil Fey entity within the, well, wherever it is that may be, and are acting on their behalf.
Right, sorry, I was updating my note. You did say that they could be followers of Titans? Or worse?
That is what Aesop said.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard that part correct. Well, if we go to the old forest and re-obtain this horde and bring it back to you, would we all be able to drink from it to obtain this vision?
Most definitely.
And is there any other details you might be able to share with us that might assist in our endeavor to the Oldwoods?
I'm not precisely sure what details you believe may assist, but, well, the Oldwoods is house to many types of Fae. Some good, some bad, others somewhere in between. I suppose if I was to give one piece of advice, is that do not go in under the assumption that every Fae you run across is working with the Goatlings. There's disagreements, even amongst Fae creatures. Perhaps, well, assuming we're being this optimistic, perhaps there may be some among their ranks that may yet to be reasoned with. Oh, another thing. If these Goatlings did in fact steal away this people, and they have brought them somewhere, they probably did so with an objective in mind. Stories often say of, well, particularly evil Fey creatures being created out of rituals of debauchery, consumption, and heresy. I struggle to think the Goatlings themselves are smart enough to influence the actions of these young people, but perhaps someone else.
Well, thank you very much. And could I please know your name?
My name is Aesop. I am the caretaker of the Dragon Shrine, or, well, the Temple of Mithria.
Alright, Aesop, we will do our best to re-obtain this horde and bring it back safely.
I just realized. Did I ever show you guys his portrait? I think I did.
Aesop's portrait? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was making sure.
Although I cannot spell, so can you type out the horde and his name so make sure I just wrote it correctly? Alright, I definitely got his correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Alright, thank you very much, Aesop. And Juno's not here, so I don't know if he ever had any questions, so we'll assume he didn't.
He probably didn't.
Aesop will turn to look at you and say, "No, you have my thanks for going out of your way to look into these matters."
Well, at this point, I feel like it's almost my duty. We'll do our best not to let the city down. And she'll bow and she will leave with you.
All right.
And then they're going to go shopping.
I'll say, for the sake of convenience, that all of you guys, kind of finish your tasks around the same time, before you meet back up, somewhere towards the, halfway there, somewhere in the middle of the city, around the area next to Vulcan's Hall. You guys would, meet back up, while you, Exandri, and Juno are on your way to go do some shopping. So, what do y'all do?
I on my way there, I would look on the side, see if there's any signs posted anywhere along the path.
Signs of what?
For like missing people.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, if it lets me. Damn it.
You don't see any signs of, missing people. But, you do see, like this, like this horrid looking woman, like this old woman with like really gnarly looking teeth, dressed in kind of like this raggedy, like black clothes, kind of like shouting at every passerby, as she cackles, saying, "Bow to the Lady of Dreams, for she comes for you, those who are marked by death." You can tell no one's really taking her seriously. Everybody just kind of like everybody's walking past her, like almost as if she's like, like a crackhead on the street. You just walk past them, you ignore them. Uh, that's a joke, YouTube. That's a joke. Uh,
We're all together, right?
yes.
Okay. I am going to approach her and sort of frantically move towards her and say like, what do you know about the Lady of Dreams? Has she spoken to you?
Kind of looking at you, but with really unfocused, like eyes. She says, "Why? For I am her avatar. I am she who speaks for Lady Lutheria. You. Ah, yes, I know you. I know you all." As she kind of like points at everybody who's passing by, not just you, not even just your party, just like every other.
She just knows everybody.
Yeah, like just every other citizen that is passing by. And she says, "And yes, you should fear her. But she was here before the dawn of our time, and she will be here long after we're gone. When all
Okay.
life has ended, when all light has been snuffed, she will look back, blow out the candle, and close the door."
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna walk away. But
Her!
definitely unsettled.
Fear her! You should fear her. For even you are not exempt for the grasp of death.
Okay, I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna leave out of earshot.
You walk
For
away
sure.
from the crazy lady.
Be like, all right, lady, have fun, and then I'll leave too.
So, you guys are on your way to the marketplace.
Mhm.
What's it called? Well, how do I say this? well, those of you who are from Estoria or who have lived here at some point in your character's, life, would know that the central marketplace is known as the Agora. It is a bustling, well, usually bustling, conversion of various streets around the city. Great assortment of stalls around the area. Anything from canopies of fine silk to, meager stacks of rotted, tables and wooden crates. A lot of merchants are kind of like very eagerly, like gesturing at just anybody who's passing by, including you guys, to kind of like go look at their quote unquote quality wares. Uh, to be completely fair, a lot of these seem very reasonably priced. Gracias. Uh, you know, there's a wide variety of things here. Anybody looking for anything in particular?
I'd like to.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Xandru specifically came to try and look for med kits or healers kits.
You will see somewhere around a stall, less of a stall, more like a like a general sort of like tent that seems to be connected to an adjacent building. What's it called? What appears to be a stand that's being manned by a group of halflings. The tent itself seems to have a wide amount of almost like almost like symbol, like tribalistic symbols almost. You can tell that they seem to be there's this smell that emanates from the tent that seems to be like like the smell of medicine almost.
I would approach them and see if I could find the vendor of the shop.
You see what appears to be a older looking halfling. That seems to be manning the front of the tent. Sees you approach and immediately hands you over what appears to be a like a piece of parchment. Well, doesn't hand you over, much like more so like presents it in front of you, and says, "Right, here, fill this up. Broken bones, diseases, wounds, festering or otherwise, gangrene. We may any form of amputation required. Just make sure to fill that form up. We'll get to you in a moment."
Um, none of us are injured. I have another question. Maybe you might be able to assist with really quickly.
She kind of he kind of like takes the form away, kind of puts it on the side, and says, "Well, I suppose business has been slow here, so I guess we have some time to talk things out."
Me and my comrades are about to venture down to the Oldwoods to rescue some of the missing children from the city. I was wondering if you have any healer kits for purchase?
Kind of raises an eyebrow, and just kind of looks over at you and says, "Well, yes, we have some of those. That is what our business is about, if you can't tell." He kind of like, you see behind him, there's like this stack of healer's kits. What appear to be like small boxes that have like a symbol that appears to be a staff with a snake coiling around it.
Out of game.
Mhm.
How many usages does one healer's kit have?
10.
10?
Mhm.
May I ask how much a healer's kit is?
Yes. Well, We're currently giving this away at around 5 gold per kit.
Do I know if that's steep or cheap or?
Hmm. Make me a history check.
Nope, I don't know anything.
You're not sure. Medicine is not your area of expertise.
That seems quite high. I might need quite a few because we're rescuing a bunch of kids.
Trust me, young miss. No price is too high when saving a life. But I'll do you a solid for now. Because you're going to go out there to look into this dreadful affairs. I'll slice the price half off. 2 gold pieces, 5 silver.
Ooh.
2 gold pieces, 5 silver. May I buy 2 then, please?
Sure. Take it off our hands.
I'll give her 5 gold.
You hand over the 5 gold pieces, you grab the 2 healer skins. And as you're doing that, those of you who are towards the back of the group would hear a set of footsteps approach. You turn around and you see this very starved-looking individual, kind of like very, like dirty-looking. Appears to kind of walk up to you guys with this weird sort of like necklace in his hand. He looks over. There we go. There he is. He kind of looks at you guys and says, "Excuse me, sirs, madam. Would you care to buy this off my hands? I really need the money to support my family. Uh, just 1 gold piece will be enough."
Can I look? Like you said, he has a necklace in his hand.
It's kind of like this weird sort of like string necklace. But it has like a singular like gem like towards the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
Can I take it in and look at it?
Taking up.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast detect magic, and I have it prepared, so I don't have to ritual cast it.
So as an action, you're just popping the spell slot to
Yeah, I want to cast detect magic and see if anything comes off the necklace.
like snap your fingers, and as you do that, and the spark of magic comes out, the man kind of like your eyes kind of light up to attempt to view any form of magic around. You notice immediately some form of magic off of the necklace. Evocation, to be more specific.
Oh, okay.
As he's about to, he with one hand he's holding the necklace, with the other he has like his hand out, almost as if like expecting like payment for you to, before handing it over to you, Exandri.
I pull
It's
out.
a magic necklace.
I pull out a pouch that has a bunch of silver in it. How much silver equals a gold?
10.
10. I hand him over a pouch of silver that actually has 20 silver in it.
As you're about to buy it off of him, the halfling behind you, the medic, kind of like reaches for you, kind of grabs you, like puts his hand on your shoulder, and says, "Wait, don't do that, Klaus. How many times I've told you I don't want you around here. This man, you all don't understand. This man stole this necklace. He's a grave robber. He's trying to sell it off to you to pass the curse off to you."
Oh.
Jokes on you.
I said it was magic. I guess maybe it's cursed.
I
Gotta
pull my
laugh.
hand away so I don't touch the necklace. And then, I frown at him. And can I insight check the conversation that just happened?
What do you mean? What segment of the conversation?
The part of him being cursed because he was a grave robber.
What are you trying to insight check? What are you trying to discern?
To see if they were like honestly believing that they were telling the truth, or if they just don't want me spending money on this person instead of them.
You can insight check if you want to.
Nice.
The halfling appears to be telling the truth.
What was that? Your mic cut out.
You're
The halfling appears to be telling the truth about this man.
Okay.
He seems to be kind of, he's very firm in his tone of voice. There is no indication that he's really lying. And right around the time you do this, the man, Klaus, as he appears to be called, says, "No, that's not true. I found this." As he's kind of like stammering over his words, halfling kind of pipes up again and says, "They say he managed to sneak past the guardian of the necropolis and somehow stole the necklace from one of the graves. He's now cursed, rightfully so, by the gods."
What afflictions does this curse carry?
Are you asking the halfling or the man?
This man, like, what has happened to him?
He kind of looks at you and kind of like seems to really be struggling to get the words out. And he says, I please, ever since I've gotten my hands on this necklace, I haven't been able to eat anything. Every time I eat, I just throw it all up. I can't live like this forever. I'll die, sure as day.
Easy, just return it.
I can't. If I go back to the necropolis, the guardian will kill me on sight.
How did you manage to get by it the first time?
Luck. I was
Easy, roll luck again.
Clearly, it wasn't that lucky. Now that you have this curse,
I was told.
He's fine.
I was told that the curse by selling this to someone who knows how I have it. I tried, but everybody, please, I was being truthful when I said that I wanted to use this to support my family. I thought that by getting one of the treasures of the old Dragonlords, I could sell it for lots of cash. But now,
Whoa. I walk into the room. What did you just say?
it is not happening in a room. This is outside in a marketplace.
Oh, whoa. That must be even louder. What did you just say? Who did you get this from?
One of the tombs at the necropolis. I thought that if I could sell this, I heard that they carried great magical items within the tombs. I thought if I could sell this, I could earn enough money to support my family. But once I came back home, and I was like this, word quickly spread around. My wife, she took my child and left me. I only wanted to secure a better future for them. And now I'll die without a single copper to my name. All because of this thing. Kind of looks at the necklace in his hand.
Should we?
Said it was
we
a
have?
treasure. You said it was a treasure. It was something from the Dragonlords, correct? Is that what you're presuming?
I know it was.
Hmm.
Ooh, I decided to get angry a bit. So yeah, I get close to him. You took a treasure of my friends when they passed away. How dare you? I get really, really close at this guy and get really, really
I-
angry.
I pull Derek back and say, "Calm down."
It's been 500 years
It seems
since I last saw them.
very confused at your comments, Derek. Uh,
Better be confused and scared.
he says, "Please, someone, anyone, just take this off my hands, please."
We can't possibly be seriously considering taking on a curse, can we?
Can we help them return it? Maybe that might remove their curse.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we could just give him some money so he could buy some food for his family, and once
mean,
we're
I-
back from the old woods, maybe we can assist. Maybe he could escort us to the necropolis, and from there we can find our way inside and escort him in so he can return it peacefully.
Yeah, should we have like one of us head to the necropolis and then the others help with the
No,
other?
there's a guardian there, right? It'll kill us.
True. Oh yeah, true. Never mind.
But if we're supposed to go there,
We will have to go there eventually.
Oh, we go there now.
maybe the guardian won't kill us.
The necklaces I
Maybe the
need to
guardian
find.
only kills those unworthy of the dragon's secret.
Oh, guys, I got a plan. Great plan. Brilliant plan.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Okay. So you remember how I'm so squishy, right? And stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm sure my
Mhm.
wife will kill me and then kill you guys for me dying, correct, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I got this spell, which would be
Mhm.
very useful if I can trick the guardian that I actually have the necklace. Think about that. Where's it? Here it is. This one.
Does the necklace look like prayer bleed? Prayer bead?
I see somebody metagame.
Big brain right here. 1%. Use the 1% of my brain I still have. Still trying to work.
No, I'm not talking. I wasn't talking about silent image. I was talking about the comment of the necklace, the prayer beads. I see
Wait,
some.
what? I was confused. Never mind.
Hello, guys.
I
I
see
am sorry.
somebody has been looking into the 5e tools magical item table. Uh, if you must know, the necklace in question looks like a golden chain with a couple of smaller chain strands that kind of come from the bottom of it. One of those chain strands seems to have a very like almost perfectly round red bead.
Okay.
So what do you guys do once this this man is trying to pass off the curse of the grave robber to you guys?
Guys, I believe my plan can work if we head there. One of us had to have good speed. I could
Should we have some of us go to the necropolis now and get that guy curse removed, and then come back and
Unfortunately, he's a
Okay.
grave robber, and we would be putting the lives of innocent young children on the line.
Exactly.
Porunga, take this.
Unfortunately, he does not come before the young children of this city when he willingly entered Necropolis and stole.
True.
And if we take the necklace now, then it'll just make our journey into the forest even more difficult because we'll have somebody cursed.
True.
And it's possible that with our oath of fellowship sworn, it's entirely possible that we'll all get cursed.
Joke's
True.
on you. I have a wife, and then I feel something in my back starts tingling, and be like, Oh crap! So not
Shut
said
up,
that.
Eric.
I don't understand.
It's okay. I'll never understand. Oh,
His IQ is either way too high for us to understand or way too low.
look, man, these jokes have been sitting here for 500 years. They're like stale.
They're
Not as
like,
good as they
I
not
just
as good
don't.
as they were
I don't
back in
think
the
taking
days.
I don't think taking on a curse, especially from a grave robber, is a great idea. Before we are head off to save those youngsters. So
true.
I don't
In
know.
which I don't know if you guys have found out any information, but where we are going, there may be lots of really hard encounters and a lot of trickery, and we'll need to be in top shape to make sure that we don't mess up.
Right. We did do some research, and there's possibly wards that we might run into of varying severity. So I'm going to vote against taking this necklace from this man.
I'm gonna take a couple.
Is there any way we can like wrap it up or something so it doesn't affect us?
I think that as soon as we take it from him, we'll be afflicted with the curse. It'll effectively be a transfer because then we'll have the cursed item.
I wonder if Porunga would want it.
At this
I'm
point,
gonna.
at this,
Oh, sorry.
at this point, the man speaks up and says, "Please, I made a mistake. I admit it. I did a foolish thing in order to assist those who I cared about. I believe I've learned my lesson. Now I no longer have those who I care for, and without any assistance, I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the error in my ways. Please, have some mercy."
Hey, Metius,
Yeah.
do you have any magical capabilities that would allow you to identify what curse might be affecting this?
Well, I do. However, we know that it's the some grave robber's curse, and he's told us that he can't eat. But I can still identify it if I have some time. I think I need like 11 minutes to do it or something.
Which of us can not eat? Just an eating curse, I think.
And I actually can't do it because I don't have a 100 gold piece pearl. So no, I'm afraid I cannot at this moment.
Unfortunate.
What's the definition of eating?
What?
Definition of eating.
It's clear by the way this man looks that he's
correct.
really just can't eat food. He says he throws it up. So
He looks
Can I-
starved. He looks like he should be, way of having way more weight than he currently has. You see
Does-
his skin kind of, like they have like this really unhealthy coloration to it. Bones are visible. He looks like he's, like he's not having a good day. He probably hasn't eaten in like, a, a days.
I'll toss him a couple of rations for now and tell him that I'll try to look into it after we help with their current situation.
Probably dead by then.
The rations says, "You don't understand. I can't eat this. I've tried. I'll throw them up as soon as I'm done eating them. That's what the curse is doing to me."
Can you
Yeah.
drink water? Any liquid?
I don't want to let this guy die, but I can't really.
Anything?
I'm asking a question. Can he drink water?
I've
No.
tried, and it seems like it just has no effect.
Dang. I'll say just liquidate your food.
I mean, it's certainly awful to just leave somebody to die, but
Even though
This
he
is
deserves it.
possibly very debilitating. I don't know if we could really take this on, especially since we've already promised Theracles, and I guess now really the whole city that we're going to go look for their loved ones. I don't know.
Hey, Purunga, my guy, you want to take one for the team real quick? I know you want some treasure.
What if we have what if we have Derek go to the Metropolis, and then
Yeah, we
And
just sent Derek to Necropolis by himself, and then
Yeah.
we all go to the Oldwoods.
send Derek to help help this guy out.
I'll
You're
put,
gonna be dead, guys. I hope you know that.
I'll put a little pause here in the conversation for a moment. I will say, as a DM, I definitely don't think it's a good idea that you guys split the party, because you guys don't even know how far each of you would be going.
Yup.
So
True.
now I should
It's just
say all of that.
Derek.
I shouldn't be saying all of that. All of you guys should be smart enough to understand that.
I think they're just memeing.
Because you guys are here in Estoria, and Necropolis is 50 miles west. And
Mhm.
You can walk that way, right,
Woods
Derek?
are
That's
You
where
got
I'm
this.
going.
It's 20 miles south east.
Guys, just go to the coppers so you get our stuff. Easy. That's what I know. Versailles told me.
So should we do Necropolis and then from Necropolis head down to the woods?
Well, we don't know.
Unfortunately, the kids are probably being used for some type of sacrifice to create more evil fae.
I'll toss him 10 silver and say I hope this helps, and then we kind of gotta just go head to the Mossy Temple.
That's so far, Connie.
Kind of toss him the silver. Kind of like he accepts it, and then he says, "Thank you for your kindness, but all of this money will not work if I, well, die.
Give it to your wife.
If she even wants to see me again, I suppose." Kind of like turns around and still kind of looks down at the necklace and just kind of continues to walk through the agora until he disappears out of sight. As he moves away, you can hear him, sort of like muttering to himself with like kind of like this crack in his voice, as he, seems that he once again, has failed in getting rid of his necklace.
I wonder if it's illegal to try to spread curses to somebody else. I wonder if he'll get arrested or something.
Probably not a good idea.
So,
But
uh,
it kind of reminds me of that one.
Before we
movie.
leave, I wanted to buy a med kit from the guy.
okay. He will say, "Oh, I can't be giving away all of these at half price. I'm sorry. I gave out 2.
Okay.
I'm willing to part with it if you are going back to the original price. And just so that you know that this is nothing against you personally, I'll toss in a little bit of a trinket of mine that I've been saving since from my homeland. It is has no real monetary value, but it is said to grant one a bit of luck."
Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
So do you pay the?
So
Yeah,
I give him the 5 gold.
pay 5 gold. He gives you one of the healer's kits, and kind of reaches into his pocket and appears to pull out this weird sort of like little charm. Seems to be made out of tiny like animal teeth. Seems small enough to probably serve as a like a wristband or something to that, something that you could fit on your wrist. No real mechanical or effect to this, by the way. It's just a little bit of a gift that he tosses you.
I'll put it on and then I'll hand Xandri the med kit. I say, here you go.
Well, thank you, Porunga. She'll fasten it with the other two on her side belt.
All right. So, are you guys concluded with your business in the Agora?
I just wanted to find two little symbols. One for the goddess Valis, and one Vulcan's.
Easy enough to find. You know, they obviously nothing too like fancy. You will find a stand that appears to be selling a lot of like handmade, items, and like amongst them you will see that they do appear to be selling some form of religious, little charms, seem to embody symbols that represent some of the five gods. You will see that there's the symbols of Vulcan and Valus. Vulcan, obviously, as you would expect, appears to be a like a hammer-shaped object. Whereas the symbol for Valus, let me just double check something here. For Valus, the symbol that you would see is one that seems to be like this. How do I describe it? I forgot the name in English. Appears to be kind of like this crown almost, like one of those golden, sort of like headpieces that people in
The laurels.
laurels. Yeah, there we go. I forgot the word for a moment. Thank you. Like it's kind of like this golden sort of like laurels, with a singular centerpiece flower in the middle of them.
Okay, excellent. And how much would that cost me for both of them?
Here we go. It's like nothing really in particular. I'll say I'll just cost you like a silver piece for each of them. They're just like real handmade trinkets. They're not anything too special.
Okay, perfect, excellent. And I'm just gonna fasten them to my spell book and head back to the group.
Any other business you guys wish to conduct, or are you departing the city?
I think I've gotten everything.
Okay. If nobody else has other business to conduct, in that case, I shall move you guys to the Heartlands. As you guys exit the southern gate of the city of Estoria, waved goodbye by a combination of people, some regular citizens, some guards, and you would also see, you would also see a couple who, well, you don't quite recognize, seem to be people who are taking part in the celebrations of Estoria. You notice like this group of like traveling bards that appear to be like a couple of satyrs that seem to be heading on their way to the theater, Great Amphitheater. That kind of like just to play for you a little fanfare as you depart. So now let's see. Well, can very well use Kyra as a marker now because he's waiting in the story for a time being. So we'll just use this as a marker. All right, so you guys depart. Somebody has a loud ass cat in their mic, and a dog apparently. So
Yes, I'm sorry. They're barking and one's trying to climb on top of me.
you guys will depart from the city of Estoria. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna ask one of you to roll me a d20. See what type of encounter you guys will have on the first day of travel.
I have no idea if high numbers or low numbers are good or bad.
That's what, a 17? 17. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my nose is a bit clogged up. Apologies for that. Roll me a D100.
Uh-oh.
That is a 37. One moment. Okay, so let me switch the. No, let's keep the music for the time being. So, as you guys are, traversing through the land, you begin to run into, well, how to describe it? You essentially hear what appears to be a clatter of hoofbeats approaching as you begin. You're all at this point. You're basically already within, like some form of forest land, traveling alongside the river. You hear like the trotting of hoofs approaching not too far away from you. You turn around and you see what appears to be a centaur stumbling his way towards you. In one hand, holding what appears to be a wineskin of sorts. Despite his wobbly movement, he does not to be distressed or even confrontational. He seems merry as he approaches you on the road. This is how he looks like. In his drunken sway, he kind of like turns to look at you guys, and says, sorry, I almost didn't see you all there. Kind of looks over at his wineskin, kind of just make sure that there's still something, takes a swig from it. Realizes nothing's coming out, and he kind of like shrugs and says, yeah, I guess you guys look strong. All right, which one of you wants to fight me? Kind of puts like one arm up with the other one still holding the wineskin.
I beg your pardon? Fight you?
Yeah, like a friendly spar. I'm feeling a bit good about myself at the moment.
I volunteer Drax as tribute.
I guess. All right.
Go get him, bro. Tap him on the back.
Here. I looked at my hands like I'm about to ready to fight.
It's a friendly spark, correct though? Just
Yeah, just wanted to check how strong you are. No hard feelings. What's your name?
Drakgar.
Drakgar. All right. Well, in that case, he kind of adopts like a fighting stance for the purposes of having a visual, reference. I'm gonna move you guys to the encounter map, but really, distance is probably not gonna be too important. We are just here to figure out which one of these two are strong men are, the strongest. You may place yourself here in the middle of the road.
can I cast a spell on my brother?
Are you trying to cheat for you don't trust Drakgar to get to beat the
Fine.
I mean, that was the voice of the DM speaking to you. You are free to do what you want. As I try
Do they look evenly matched?
Well, the centaur looks very jacked. You know, he looks pretty buff.
Yeah.
He's also, because he's centaur, he's technically bigger than Drakgar. At least as
Right.
far as like sheer size, you know, goes.
Right.
Can
He does look drunk, however. But you know, not sure if that will interfere in his ability to fight.
he's gonna be a drunken bastard and he's about to fucking mollywop Drac into the ground.
He just stomps me out.
And can I play music with no magical intent?
Sure.
Yeah,
Put
and then I'll dance around while you play. Still no magical intent.
Okay.
Make this a little festival.
Of maintaining order in the in the battle. Roll me initiative, Drakgar.
Ooh, the
Ooh.
nat 20. Easy, automatic
ready.
I
first.
forgot to click my guy, but I got
Ooh.
I got 21 lives. It's fine.
Well, yeah, you probably can't beat that. All right. In that case. Oh, did you? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put you as a.
Should I move?
Yeah, you already put.
Should I move my guy closer or?
I mean, no.
Says-
We'll say you guys are at this distance. You know, fair enough way.
Okay.
What's it called? Drakgar, you get the first. The first attack.
Alright,
No
I'll
weapons.
say
I will say,
31.
so you see that he has like at least one weapon strapped to his back. He doesn't seem to have drawn it yet.
If you strike him, you cheater.
I'll say may the best man win, and then I'll activate my rage,
Right back at you, broski.
It's a waste.
and then I'll walk up to him, and then do I have unarmed strike on? Oh, I just do strength, right? For unarmed strike.
It's just strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Alright. Whack. And I was I was planning on doing it recklessly, but I didn't say it. If that
All right. That hits. Roll me damage. Well, no. If you're using unarmed strikes, you just deal a flat amount of damage equal to your strength score. No, not score. Your strength bonus modifier.
okay. So my
What is your strength modifier?
3.
Okay. So follows takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And that'll be it for me.
Or follow, my bad. Okay. So in that case, he is going to use his multi-attack on you, attacking you with an unarmed strike and his hoops. First the hoops,
That would be a miss.
missing. Then the unarmed strike.
That'd be a hit.
That is not
15.
supposed to be piercing damage. That is bludgeoning. My bad.
So that'd be 7 damage about.
Yes, 7 points of damage. So you kind of like come in from the side. You can like punch him right in the, around the side, around the area where the horse and human have kind of connect. Hit him on the side of the gut. Kind of. I think you took down way more of your health than you should have. And then he kind of like, kind of a little bit seems shaken up, but still with that sort of like drunken look in his face, he kind of says, "A nice one, bro. Now let me follow this up." And you see as he kind of comes in from the side with like this almost like karate chop to like the side of your neck, that you are unable to block in enough time. Back to you, Drakgar.
And then I will swing again.
Hits for flat amount of strength, so that's 3. He's gonna look over at you and attack with his hooves.
That's a hit.
6 points of bludgeoning. The next attack, he's actually going to exchange it for an athletics to attempt to grapple you.
Oh, snap. 18, that's against...
Against your own athletics.
Oh, motherfucker.
So you guys see as Folon kind of like turns around, and with his hind legs kind of like hooves Drakgar in the chest, and while Drakgar is reeling back with his human side, Folon's gonna kind of like grabs Drakgar and like pulls him up. Just kind of like seemingly trying to put him in like a lock, so to speak. He says, "The last strike was a really good one, bro. Let's see if you like this one on for size." And that's the end of his turn. Drakgar.
I'll try to break out of the grapple.
Okay.
Or, yeah. That's an athletics, right?
Okay. Yes, that is an athletics.
Easy.
You break out of the grapple.
And then I can't attack, right, since I broke out of the grapple?
You have one attack, so no. You use your action to break out of the grapple, basically.
Alright, so then I guess that's it for my turn.
He's gonna turn back to look at you and say, "So I guess you're good at breaking out of those, bro. But now I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Bring it.
Going to attempt to grapple you again with the first attack.
Damn. Mother lover.
And you see as since you now have a defense, going up into your upper body, you see him actually like drop low, in almost in that sort of like drunken master style, kind of like fall, like he was about to like tumble over forward, but he uses that momentum to kind of like go low from you and just kind of like grabs you by the kind of like almost tackling you. He is then going to be like, "All right, bro, hold on." As he kind of like, you see him run, as he kind of like seems to sort of impact you against the tree over here, as he moves you around the area.
Whee!
He just kind of like pins you against a tree, and he that up with a unarmed strike. Let's see.
That would be a hit.
14 hits. All right. Roll pretty bad this time around. 6 bludgeoning, 3. So, Drakgar, it is your turn again.
Alright, so I'm still grappled, right?
Yes, you are.
I'll break out of that.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
And then
You break out of the grapple.
that'll be it for me.
Okay. He says, Well, so you want to do this the good old-fashioned way. I respect that. Kinda comes in with 2 more unarmed strikes.
First one hits, second one misses.
Four.
So that's 4.
Drakgar, it is your turn now. He kind of seems to go after you break out of the lock that he had you like pinned against the tree. You kind of just like push back and like kick over to kind of like putting your legs in his chest, kind of like push him back. He kind of seems to recover enough time to kind of come in and just try to hit you twice, like in the around the kidney area. Only one of those strikes land.
Alright.
It's your turn.
So, you like to grapple, huh? So let's try this. And then I'll try to do the same. Motherfucker!
You cannot try to go in,
God damn it.
but you're never really quite tried to grapple a centaur before. So you're not quite sure where to approach, and in that moment hesitation where you don't quite know where to grab, he just kind of like bats your arm to the side and says, sorry, that's my business.
I guess that's my turn.
Folon, he is, noticing that you no longer want to be grappled, will instead try and beat you up. Missing.
That would miss. That would hit.
3 points of bludgeoning. As you see, once he kind of bats your arm away, he kind of uses that opportunity to kind of like elbow you on the side of the head. And as you're kind of like reeling back from that strike, he tries to follow up, but you manage to duck in just enough time to avoid the strike at the back of your head. Drakgar.
I will smack him in the face. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit, sadly. Anything else?
That'll be it.
You kind of like, after ducking through his strike, you kind of like try to go in and like uppercut him. You get really close, but the only thing you end up hitting is his beard as he reels his head back. Yeah, you need to aim a little bit higher. That gets them every time. He is then going to unarmed strike. Missing.
Both ways.
So he kind of, you see as as he reaccommodates himself after your initial uppercut. He kind of tries to come down with both fists like balled up together to try and like strike you, in the top of your head. But you manage to just move it out of the way. Drakgar.
Let's give him a little whack. Let's go.
Hits for 3 points of damage. Kind of like, you hit him, just suck him like right in the jaw. He kind of, touches the point of impact. He says, yeah, you're not quite good at attacking without your weapons, huh? I'll tell you what, broski. You can pull out your weapon. I'll continue fighting like this.
Alright. If you say so. That'll be my turn.
Do you draw your weapon?
Yeah, I draw my weapon.
Alright. Folon kind of cracks his knuckles, tilts his head. You hear like the as he kind of like like the bones readjusting in his neck, and he goes in, kind of like adopts a boxer instead of like stance. But there's still like the drunken sway to his movements, and he kind of goes in for like this this sort of like flurry of attacks on you.
Both miss.
He kind of like aims, perhaps it's because of his drunken state, but he kind of like aims a little bit off to the side, and you manage to kind of move out of the way enough time, Drakgar.
All right, let's go.
15 on full on. Will hit. 4. How much is that? 13 plus 9 for 22 points of damage. You kind of like hit him on the side of the, of the, just kind of like in the side of the ribs. And you don't actually hear a crack of bone, but he does seem like he's slowly losing ground. Okay, I think that sobered me up. Hope you're ready for what follows, broski.
Aye.
All right. So his turn. He's going to. Can I?
Sort of like reel back and try to come down with the hoofs on you as his first attack.
That would be a hit. Oof.
Then his unarmed strike. Jeez.
Jesus.
So a total of 12 points of damage total.
Goddamn.
So you kind of draw your weapon, you hit him on the side. He leans back to do the kind of like drop, with his hooves. He kind of like lands on your foot with one of the hooves, and it hurts like hell. Using that opportunity as you're kind of like stuck, wonderfully stuck underneath one of his hooves, he just kind of like decks you on the side of the face. Anything else? Well, no, that was Polister. My bad. It's your turn, Drakgar.
I'll say, oh, he put up a good fight. All right. Let's do one more whack from the great axe.
Hits. Oh, and that is just enough to knock him out. I assume you're not going for a lethal strike.
No, I don't want to kill him.
Okay. So you kind of like take the opportunity that fallen, though he has like one of your feet like pinned underneath his hoof, and kind of sucks in the face. You have just enough consciousness left in you to kind of turn over to him and kind of like reel back your great axe and just like boom, hit him right in the face with the blood, the blunt side of it. He good strike, brother, and he like falls unconscious. That brings us to the end of this.
I'll kind of move him and have him lay down by the trees and say, "You put up a good fight."
There's no obvious reaction because he's he's out cold.
Yeah, I'll just say it, even though he can't hear me. And then I'll move back to these guys.
Metius is cheering and clapping. Maybe a little bit. Maybe he seems like he enjoyed that more than you would have expected.
That was a little close for comfort, but still a good fight.
That was an excellent fight. I have certainly never seen anybody fist fight a centaur before.
You put up a good fight. I might need some healing though.
Is he okay? Do we know if he's all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just out cold.
Well,
he's just. I set him down. He's just resting. He'll be back
Too
soon.
bad Auntie wasn't here to write that down. She would have loved that.
True.
It's an excellent point.
We can tell her when we get back.
We should certainly write it down for her. But do we need to maybe heal that centaur?
probably could.
If you're
I could offer to heal him if he's still here.
Mitch, if you're talking,
Yeah.
we can't hear you.
I point to by the trees where I put him, and I'll say he's over there.
What do you say, Mitch? You know?
I was gonna say I would try, just without using any of anyone's spell slots. I would see if I can wake him up. Bring him back to life. Not life. I know he's not dead, but whatever. Wake him up from his unconsciousness.
I'll say you can roll me a medicine check and see if you can. How are you like trying to like wake him up again?
Oh wait, hang on. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not good at this stuff, so I would not try to. I thought I was good.
I come over and I pull out one of my new healer's kits and I start unraveling it, and it's already like got like the ointment like moistened into it, or I'll start wrapping up his wound and he'll gain back 5 HP.
Okay.
5 HP plus whatever he has for hit dice, if he has those.
He does have hit die.
So 5 plus whatever, how many hit die he has.
It's just a roll equal to his hit die.
It's I roll a d6 plus 4, and then they get to add however many hit die they have. So if he has 2 hit die, it would be a plus 2.
Okay. So there we go. So you kind of like begin to mend the wounds, mostly blunt force trauma, on Folon.
And then I'll do the same to my brother.
Okay. Remember, this uses up a charge of the healer's kit.
I know.
Okay.
You said there's 10 charges for each, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of like begin to mend his wounds, and Folon, kind of like, after a bit, while you're in the middle of, that was a very unfortunate roll. While you're in the middle of healing up, patching up the wounds of Drakgar, you notice that the centaur begins to kind of wake up, and he says, "Oh, you laid me out to good there, brother.
Yeah, you put up a good fight, but then
All right."
oops.
He kind of like looks around and says, "These your people?"
Yeah, they're all my friends. We're come to try to help some people that gone missing. Do you know anything about that?
Can't say I have. Just recently arrived from my home back at Scorpion Island. Lost a friend of mine who used to ride around on my back back in the day. Been looking to find a new companion ever since. You're pretty strong. You are. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. That is, of course, if you don't mind us sparring once in a while if we happen to run into each other in the roads.
Oh heck yeah, we'll definitely have to have a round two.
All right. That strike really sobered me up. I think I'll go back to training, actually. Maybe there's more to this brawling thing. I used to use bows and pikes and all that. Like this one you see me carrying around me. Not so much anymore. Just something really cool about striking people with my own 2 hands and hooves. Well, 4 hooves, I guess. Well,
You fought very well.
well, I try. In that case, thank you for patching me up.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Let's see. Since you like fighting with your hooves and your hands, maybe next time try and learn an attack that would make your opponent fall prone.
Certainly that's an idea. You're very smart. I'm gonna see if I can, take some pointers, improve my technique. And he kind of like stands up, like still a little bit wobbly. He says, "All right, may you find some good fights and some good drinks in your future, huh?" And he kind of like steps away, and you see him like trot or gallop rather, away from there down the road. And he disappears.
Well, Drak, you did really well as well.
It was excellent. It was certainly strange, but a nice bit of entertainment, I'd say.
I really, really do think our team is something great today.
I'll just write it down for her.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. That was the random encounter for the day. You guys basically camp out the rest of the night, and will effectively be under the effects of a long rest.
Okay, thank God. Because that was. Alright.
All right. So what time is it? We're currently a little bit past the halfway point of the session. Do you guys want to take a quick 5-minute break and then be back in a moment?
Sure.
I'm good, but it's up to you.
All right. In that case, we'll take a quick 5-minute break and then we'll back. Let me pause the recording real quick. All right, we are back. The party has just finished their little brawling encounter with Folon, the centaur, and have settled down for the night to rest up. Unlike last time, where you guys, camped out during the night, there is no, nightmare, I suppose, that Luteria sends your way. Just you guys and the eerie quietness of the night as you awaken in the morning, feel quite refreshed, willing to continue in the morning. The name is like right there in the alongside the attack macros that are being rolled. But if you need me to type it again,
I might be blind. Oh, there we
Rename
go.
him.
Never mind, I found it.
Rename him.
So it's at this point that you guys are well within the boundaries of the the forested area, where I'm going to need y'all to roll me a survival check in an attempt to look for some indication that you're at least heading the right way.
All of us, or should we?
Anybody who wishes to do it.
Also, guys, I should go ahead and let you guys know what Juno and I found out when we went to the Dragon Temple.
Yes.
We were advised that we will be running into a lot of fays, and not all of them are going to be sided with the goatlings, so we should be using our best judgment once we arrive.
Interesting.
Right, and we'll also have to watch out for any signs of a magical ward or anything like that. Maybe I can help with that with some detect magic later.
Aesop said that it might also be possible to run into Fae who would be very willing to help us. And also, the goatlings are well-known tricksters, so there's just a bunch of stuff that we all should just always be aware of.
Right.
Oh, I forgot to show the NPC portrait for Folon. There he is.
Fucking
Chad
huge.
himself.
I
Chad.
gotta Hold on. I'll AFK for 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's better than
Or
you.
you guys can keep going.
As you guys are walking through the woods, you now knowing that you're walking into territory that you're not entirely familiar with, begin keeping your ears open, your eyes peeled, and your senses sharpened. Though it is indeed daytime, a lot of the light of the sun is not quite doesn't quite penetrate the barrier of trees around you, leaving this very visible gaps of shadow in place. As if that wasn't enough, the general ambient sound of nature, of animals around here, may very just well mask the sounds of anything else of importance that you are looking for. It is only until you decide to sharpen your senses uh, that you start noticing something that catches your eye. They are old, but they're visible. A set of tracks, looking from some very diminutive looking animals, or at the very least some very small looking hoofs, not quite big enough to be that of the size of a horse, certainly not those of a Minotaur, and well, just not quite the right size or shape for that of a satyr. You find this sets of tracks that seem to be accompanied by a noticeable intervals of a drag mark. Not of a particularly really big object, but noticeable enough that uh, Derek, Exandri, and Drakgar pick up on it. At some point, you begin hearing something as you traverse through a shadowy clearing in the woods. The forest is dark. You hear birds, beasts behind every bush. But as you come up into this clearing, you hear a crash, a set of movement ahead of you. Suddenly, a young girl appears from the clearing. For a moment, I'm going to move you over to this next map. It's going to be the same encounter one, but that's because it's it's an easy one to use for this type of encounters. You guys will be coming around here.
Are we on like the road part or just in this clearing area?
In the clearing over here. From around this area.
All right.
You guys can place yourselves down there. As you are, walking through the woods, like I said, you hear the crashing, and a young girl comes running into the clearing. Uh, Tears streaming down her face, looking a little bit ragged. She can't be, older, older than perhaps 18, something to that effect. As you see her, this is how she looks like. Uh, she runs into the clearing, and Juno, you forgot to place yourself down. She runs into the clearing and kind of stops when she sees you, almost stunned.
You. You're really there? You're real. Please. Please help me. As soon as she says this, the skittering of multiple tiny legs follow closely behind as six
I am back.
six goat-headed creatures run up right behind her. These creatures are humanoidish in shape, but their heads are that of this black-furred goats with long curved horns that kind of seem to arch back. The skin that appears somewhat humanoid-ish is this deathly grayish coloration. They have a perpetual smirk with this toothy, mouth. The woman that runs into Cleric, like turns back and takes like a step back as she is startled by the creatures. The creatures kind of like stop when they see you guys, and one of them kind of laughs. You there! Not a step closer. They seem to be talking to you guys. He says, "Please stay right there. Let us have the sweetling. We've had dinner already, but she'll make a fine dessert."
No, okay, that's definitely Corinna. We have to. Oh yeah, she's friendly. She's like fucking terrified. We have to do something, right?
I mean, do you guys interfere?
Can
Yeah.
I cast a shield on the girl?
Shield of Fate.
No, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on her.
Okay. Derek, have you placed yourself down the map?
No, I kind of want to cast something. Well, let me throw myself on there.
Yeah, but place yourself down the map, like around here.
Okay, there you go. I like to cast something.
Uh,
There you go, hold on.
well, we'll say like this is the last thing I allow you guys to cast before we roll initiative as the goatlings.
Fine.
You guys are trying to protect her.
Okay.
So go
I
ahead.
will.
So what are you gonna do?
Okay, I would like to cast. It has a radius of range of 120 feet. A Crown of Madness.
Well, you cast Crown of Madness. You take off that spell slot.
I remove that one spell slot. I have now 2.
You realize it has no effect on the goatlings. Because, well, they are not humanoid creatures. They are fake.
Did you just? But you said you were humanoid creature.
Human
You literally just said humanoid, and I was like, oh, humanoid.
ish. They have the torso of a humanoid, but mechanically speaking, they are fake.
I think I was debated. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. I have still 2 more spell slots. It's fine. 2
Description
more.
can be deceiving. So let's roll initiative for all of them.
Juno's not here. He can't listen stuff.
Mitch, are you here? Juno?
Oh my gosh, I keep leaving my mic muted. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, you place yourself down on the map on the left side of this area where you see all of them.
Where's my thing at?
Yep, working on that now.
Oh my god, I'm clicking everything on accident. Click myself. Initiative.
Oh, Pod.
Didn't go through. And I clicked myself. I can't click myself between people. There you go. There, I had 24. I feel like 24. I feel like I had 24, please.
Second.
Begging. Begging.
Add a 24.
I'm so sorry.
You have a 13. Am I missing anything? See, Drakgar, Alexandri, Metius, Derek, Corina, Juno. I don't think I missed anybody. Alright. So, whoosh, let me reorder the initiative. So,
Alright.
Derek, you are up. You see the goblins coming in close.
Alright. Okay, fine. Here, this time, I can actually do it. I will cast Phantasmal Force. Let me click on it. There you go. I will create. Right? Yeah, it was a. Would it be token? Would it be like a little token here, or it being like somebody or something? No.
Could you put the Phantasmal 4 description on the chat?
Yes, hold up. Sorry about that. I'm just.
We'll use the party marker for the time.
Alright,
Pumo, you're gonna have to step up to use that. You're not 60 feet away.
Oh yeah.
And say
60
well,
feet.
oh,
Yes, you need to go.
Okay, 60. So I'll sit myself behind these rocks.
Who
Here, this rock.
Who are you targeting with this?
That works.
16 feet. So what is that? So it's
60 now. 16.
60 feet. Creature that can see you. I will. Pretty much where that marker is.
Okay. So. Okay. Any descriptors as to what this phantasmal entity is?
It will be from the picture book I saw, a turtle with shield.
Ooh, go ahead.
No, it's not. He had a shovel. Okay, this is a shield. Reading about turtles,
so
guys.
The entity, let's see, creature must make an intelligence saving throw. So let's see if the Godling can make that intelligence save, shall we?
Oh my god, it's smart.
Sadly, he seems to make the intelligence save. It seems that, as far as I'm reading this, it seems like the illusion has no effect on him as he makes the intelligence saving throw.
Disappears then?
So not only you and the creature can see this illusion as how the spell works. So you see that the illusion begins to form, but then the Godling kind of and it kind of sneezes away the illusion, disperses the illusion in front of it. Oh, excuse me, I got something in my nose. The smell of losers! As he kind of looks at you guys.
Damn.
That's the ugly one.
Ugly? Have you looked at yourself?
Yeah, at least I'm better looking than you.
They kind of like laugh at you. Anything else, Derek?
Some taller. I just don't understand. At least I'm taller. Oh, burn. Hurts. So how much is that? Is it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? I can't really do anything else since that counts as spell. I can't do nothing. I'm screwed, but I can't do nothing.
You still have bonus action, by the way. Yes.
Section? Okay, where are my spells again? Bonus action. Does using one of my spells count as a bonus action or no? I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure this out.
As the casting time of bonus action, it counts as a bonus action. But you can't cast 2 level spells in the same turn.
Okay,
hold on. Bonus action,
Not casting. Casting enchantment. But nobody's injured. God damn it.
I will remind you, in case you might have forgotten, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action if you wish to use it now.
Okay. Let me see this. Okay. I will. You can't use my bardic inspiration and use it on Corina. Corina.
How do you inspire Corina?
Whisper to her, say like, "Hey, try to escape. You don't die."
Very inspirational.
That should probably be like negative inspiration.
Nah, it's in a positive way. But like, wink. Thumbs up, wink.
A for effort, my guy.
That feels like somebody feels disappointment in the back of my head.
Roll me a intimidation check. You want to roll low.
Okay, roll low. Got it.
Yeah, 20.
I'm so scary.
This is the nat 20.
The 120 he gets.
Oh god,
my God.
no. This is not good. I have a 4 on intimidation. Okay, it's kind of low.
Jesus.
You cannot go up to Corina and you're like, like really low tone of voice. Hey, later on you're going to die. And she looks like for a moment she kind of like jumps back a little bit. She doesn't seem, obviously she's not gonna run towards the goblins, but she doesn't seem like she wants to get close to you specifically.
I wink, so it makes it less scary.
Or more, depending on how.
Yeah, that doesn't work like that.
No, I'm pretty sure if I winked another way, I get struck right where I'm standing by my wife.
She does seem like she's, however, gotten the idea of your words across at the very least, and she seems like she's going to be running. And yeah, so that's the end of your turn.
Yep, end of turn.
All right. The goatling. Since you inspired Corina, Derek, one of the goatlings is going to look over at you and say, very inspirational. Your face inspires me as well. Inspires me to vomit! I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw as he's hitting you with vicious mockery.
Damn.
Ugly. Me. Some saving throw. Hold up, I'm coming.
Not one.
And I get in the back of my head, my wife saying, "No, you're so beautiful. What are you talking about?"
Actually, no, it's not just regular mockery. This mockery. Pow.
So which one is it?
Wisdom save.
Roll what?
A wisdom save.
Wisdom saving still? Okay.
Something about the magically laced words of the goatling make you boil with anger, Derek.
I said, okay. Well, since he says that, I said, "Hey, my wife says I'm handsome," and that's because I'm in an angry tone, of course.
So you're now under the effects of mockery. During this time, you have disadvantage on all attacks, and attacks on you have advantage.
Save me, guys. Save me. Drakgar, save me.
So that's it for the... Well, no, the goblins then gonna move as their aim here is to catch the sweetling, quote-unquote. That is it for this goblin. Second goblin. It's gonna look over at the way back of the group. It's gonna look over at you, Drakgar.
Bring it.
And say, "Look at him! He has bald legs!" And he needs you to make your
Bring it on, little one.
I can post a meme here. I can't post memes. Can I post memes?
Dormam is a wisdom save, Drakgar.
Wisdom save. Oh, man. Fuck.
You just can't concentrate with that sick burn that the goatling gave you.
So sad.
You are now under the effects of the mockery. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage. He's then
So
going to be circling around to try and move over here, 30 feet. That's it for the Goatling. Karina is gonna run. The Goatling's gonna attempt to take an up attack on her, which means that it has to make a Wisdom saving throw so he can get past the effects of Sanctuary. So here we go. I don't think a 12 makes it, Exandri. Meaning that it can't take the up attack on Karina. Loses the attack and reaction entirely. She's then gonna run rather, around here. She's actually just gonna dash to cover the last bit until she's like behind, under the tree. That's it for Karina. Porunga.
Spend a sorcery point and twin spell Firebolt on the two that mocked Derek and Drakgar.
Well, those are two different Goatlings. Which one do you target? Oh, my bad. You were twin spelling. My bad.
Yeah.
I did not understand that first part. So go ahead and roll me attacks. Both hit. 6, 5. You kill both of them in one go. So you can point your, you can, put both hands forward. The bolts of fire manifest in front of them, and kind of like, like finger guns. You shoot the two goatlings that were insulting your comrades. Hit and hit, as both of them a massive, well, not massive, but like a burst of flame engulfs their bodies, and they are now dealt with.
And then I'm gonna cast a magic missile.
You can't do it because are you quick casting? Are you, what's it called? Quickening the spell?
Yeah.
Let me see. Do sorcerers have a limit on how many sorcerers points they can use per turn? My bad.
If the Firebolt was a cantrip, it was 1.
Yeah, I know. I'm just referring to if there's like a limit on how many sorcery points you can use per turn.
Okay, got that.
Time.
So he can cast fire.
Sorcery
Badge.
First, we need to quick. All right. Well, for now, I'll say you can do this until I confirm the ruling. So go ahead and roll your magic missiles.
One sec. It's gonna be those two.
Okay. Okay, in that case. Okay. In that case, though, which of those magic missiles are at you?
I'm gonna start off with this guy, and then if I take him out, it'll be the second guy below.
Well, the first magic missile is not going to be enough to take him down. Meaning that you would put the first two on this guy, which does take him out. as the two magic missiles kind of like go through the chest area of this creature. He kind of like he falls forward as the two holes are forming his chest. The third magic missile, who are you shooting this at? This one at?
That guy over there.
5 points of force damage on the goatling. Dead as well, as the magic missile, third one kind of like does like a little loop-de-loop, and then strikes the goatling around the throat. All, both of them give a very rude hand gesture to you as they die.
Who's a now?
Well,
And then I'm gonna end my turn.
okay. Juno, it is your turn.
Alright, let's step up the plate. So I have to check my movement again. 50 feet of movement. Holy moly. I can get there. I could spend a key point to dash as a bonus action, but I'm not too worried about these fools, so I'm gonna save it.
Alright, so what do you do?
That'll be my turn.
Any actions?
I'm gonna hold my action to attempt to hit anyone that comes up to me.
Okay. The goatling. Let me just double check something. Okay. In that case, the goatling kinda looks over at the other one and says, a little bit stronger than we thought. They really seem to be wanting to protect that sweetling. All the better. And he will run up towards you, Juno. Right before he gets there, he will attempt to throw a slingshot at you.
I'm gonna use deflect missiles as my bonus or as my reaction.
16 to hit. Does that hit?
I have pretty good armor. Hang on. Wait, am I muted? I forget. Okay, no, I'm not.
We can hear you.
No, that doesn't even hit.
16 doesn't hit. What is your AC?
17.
All right.
Damn.
In that
You
case,
think it's at me?
Unless I'm looking at someone else. No, that's me.
yeah. In that case, that will not hit, as this link just.
Can I still use my bonus action to deflect? Actually, no, never mind.
I think that reaction is only if it actually hits.
Okay,
That
makes
the
sense.
thing just kind of flies wide. That's it for this goatling. This is dead. This one is dead. Drakgar.
I'm going to move right here. And then, if I'm reading this correctly, I can throw Pythor's hammer up to 60 feet.
With disadvantage, but you already have disadvantage on it.
True.
It has an effective range of being thrown.
Effective range of 30 and then ineffective range of 60.
Correct.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, well, I will throw Pythor's hammer at the guy in front.
You are still at disadvantage regardless because you're under the effects of the mockery. So keep that in mind. So
Right.
go ahead.
For the
Attack with disadvantage. 12 will not hit.
Damn.
The hammer, also wrong macro. Uh,
I forgot to turn it off. That was my bad.
the hammer
I forgot to turn
flies wide.
Forgot to turn rage off.
Well, no, I'm saying you used the wrong macro for the attack, but yeah,
Oh, sorry. Was it supposed to be the bottom, the other one?
like,
Oh, I used. Oh, never mind. I see what I did.
so yeah, that misses, sadly.
All right, that will be it for me.
Exandri. Exandri?
Alright. I was muted. It takes a long time to switch over to Discord. 1, 2, 4 of them are dead. And there's 2 left. And did Drac just hurt the one in front of him?
No, he didn't.
No, do I call it back in the same turn, or is that separate, or am I allowed to call it back on the same turn?
Give me a second while I read the thing. You should be reading your the things you have, because I can't
Yeah,
be
sure.
doing all of this for you guys.
This.
Oh, I didn't see where it would say that, or where it said that, but
I'm gonna say it's just, like a free action to call it back, but remember that's like a once a day.
oh, okay.
So keep that in mind for future reference. Exandri, continue your turn.
Where's the, let's see here. I will cast Sacred Flame on the one in front of Drac.
The Goatling does have magic resistance. So it will make a dexterity saving throw. 18.
Then I will switch to the proper tool so I can move. And I will stand right here and I will look at Corinna and I'll be like, it's okay, you're safe with us. Your dad Theseus sent us here.
That's not the name of the dad.
Huh?
That's not the name of her dad.
Oh, I forget which one her dad is.
Heracles.
Heracles, there you go. Just stay by us and we'll protect you. And then yeah, that's it.
Okay, she kind of looks at you as you say, "Yeah, your dad there sent us here to protect you." She kind of looks at you, and her expression kind of changes a little bit. Now a little bit more, still startled, still kind of scared, but a little bit more calm. The tears in her face have long stopped, coming down. It still has, dirt on it, but you can't really change that at the moment. She kind of like stutters a little bit, and she says, "My dad," and we'll leave that for now.
I'll offer my hand out for her to hold.
All right. Roll persuasion check. She doesn't quite know who. She knows that you're on her side, but Xandri? Damn.
Ooh.
She kind of looks at you and says, I think I'll remain here, but thank you. The goatling over here will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Looking over at. I'm gonna roll 1d3. On a 1, it targets Derek. On a 2, Drakgar. On a 3, Juno. It's going to attempt to target Juno with a slingshot. That hits. Do you want to use your reaction? Your mic is muted. Juno?
Mitch.
Mr.
we lose him?
Trubisky.
Juno, are you there?
He dead.
I think we lost him.
No.
Mitch!
Well, unless you come back and tell me you use your reaction to deflect missiles, I'm
Dead.
going to say that it hits and deals 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Survives. He's fine.
For the Goatling, Metius.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level and send 2 missiles per Goatling.
Alright. Just enough damage to get both of them at once. How do you get both of them?
I think that no, they're just magic missiles, right? Like they're just little beams of force that would go out and I think precision strike them through the face.
Alright, yeah, no, they're like little like darts of energy that kind of fly around you and then go over to them. Kind of like the Dark Souls homing soul mass.
Yeah.
Send them forward, and you see as four mic missiles kind of like fly over to the 2 goatlings. First in a cluster, and then they kind of split themselves like halfway through, and 2 strikes kind of hit goatling like through the eyes as they come out the back of their head. The second goatling kind of gets strike, like through the forehead. Both of them, killed in an instant by the magical missiles. And we reach the end of initiative. As the final goatling falls, Corina kind of like starts kind of supporting herself on the tree that she's kind of like leaning against. She speaks up and says, Are they all gone?
I think so. Can I do a perception check and see if there's anything around us that's moving or anything like that?
You may.
Okay, excellent.
Does not appear to be anything else around you at the moment.
I think we're safe.
Thank the gods. You all saved me. You mentioned my father. Is he alright?
Since last we saw him, but he's terribly worried about you. He said you'd gone missing, and maybe some others have as well. Was there anybody with you, or was it just you that got lost?
Yes, there were many of us. My friends. I was invited to hang out with them, to celebrate my birthday, my coming of age. But they were lured. They were lured away from the city into the forest. There was
Are these goat creatures?
no. There was a woman.
A woman.
She was very pretty. Had this thing to her. I can't quite describe it. She smelled like the woods themselves, but in a good way. And she lured us, promised us wealth, beauty, fame. Me and my friends, we foolishly agreed. We were led into a temple, and we weren't allowed to leave. We weren't allowed to leave. I think they're still there.
I hate to bombard you with so many questions. I understand that what you've gone through is probably traumatic. But do you recall where this temple may be?
Yes, I guess you could call it, inheriting my father's sense of tracking. Uh, I think I can recall the direction of where it was at. Oh, one thing, really important. I was actually helped by a satyr named Lorius. He told us and our friends that really bad things were going to happen us. He helped me leave, but I think he's still back there. How do you spell that? Spell the name that she just said?
Yeah.
Thank you, cameraman. Uh,
He helped you escape? So, what did he do to get you out?
I'm not sure. At first, I felt at home when I was there, but he like snapped me out of my trance. He warned me that there was a fate worse than death awaiting me and my friends. So I fled. Those things pursued me.
Well, other than this woman and these little goats, was there anything else at this temple?
She seems to think for a moment, and she says, um, I do recall that she was not alone. There were others. They looked almost like her, but different. They also had this strange air about them. I'm not sure what they did, but when they talked to my friends, they seemed to. It was almost as if they casted a spell on them.
Mm-hmm.
They began laughing and dancing and reveling in some form of celebration. I know my friends. They are, well, they're very wild souls, but something about the way that they were lured into this sense of security felt wrong.
Yeah, it sounds like you were all charmed in some way, certainly through magical means. I, however, am not an expert on charm spells, so I can only begin to imagine what could have been said or done. But we do know, based on your case, that there's a way to break it, so there is some hope for your friends yet.
Please, we were stupid to be lured by these promises. I was looking for someone to help out, and if you're all here, uh, please, I beg of you, save my friends. I'm certain their families are worried sick by their absence, same as how my dad's are.
We are going to do what we can. Um, are you going to need an escort back to where you live?
Well, she kind of takes a deep breath. There's a bit of shaking in her shape. Her, dirt-covered face slowly calms down. She kind of takes a bit of the cloth from her, from her sleeves, kind of wipes it off. She says, "I can't leave yet. Someone wants to guide you to the temple."
Oh, certainly, yeah. I have one more question for you. Did you happen to hear a name like Demetria or Demetria?
She nods and says, "Yes, that was her. That was a woman that told us to come with her to the temple."
See. Okay. All right.
Is that?
Be
Oh.
very careful with her. She's beautiful. But more than that, she has a way with words. She speaks in such a way that even without a spell, she might just convince you to fall in love with her.
That's funny. I said in the background. Don't worry about me. It's a persuasion thing. Don't worry about me. I had something else that's keeping me from not falling in love.
Yeah.
Sadly, but she's
She kind of
still feel like I'm
looks a little bit weird towards you, and she just kind of just
persuading her though. I'm persuading her though that it's gonna be okay.
Face palm.
just kind of slowly nods and says, "If you have some form of protection against her wiles, then you should probably keep that at hand."
I have my wife. Don't worry. Persuasion.
That was perception. Also, I don't know what
Damn.
you're rolling persuasion, what you're trying to persuade her of.
FBI, open up.
It'll be okay. We'll be fine. Where's persuasion?
I mean,
There it is.
that's
That's
not really
doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
that's not really like a roll per se. That's more of a how you word your things, how you word your sentences.
Still failed it. Kinda.
She looks at the rest at you guys and says, "Okay, I think I've ran scared for quite enough time. I can guide you back to the temple, but I can't promise things are the same as where I left."
Is it far from here?
Not too long, actually.
Okay. Do you need some rest? Have you been scrambling around here for a while?
My legs may hurt, but otherwise I'm unscathed. I probably wouldn't have been if you hadn't come along, though.
Is it possible to? I know that you said that the forest was very dark because of the canopy. Is it possible to tell maybe what time in the day it is?
I mean, you guys would know that it's still relatively morning-ish.
Okay.
Like give or take, it's probably happened around like 10, a.m.
Should we start heading to the temple then?
All right. I just want to, before we leave, I would like to go over to one of these goatlings and uh, just try to, I don't know, investigate it or get some like biological notes on it, maybe.
Yes, and I can call him uglier. Perfect.
Go for it. Oh my god.
Hey, they started it. Not my fault. Is it my fault? Exactly.
Wait, hold on. So what do you say you're doing with the Goldlings, Metius?
I want to inspect it in some way, like just to, but it's physiology. I'm not like trying to loot it or anything. I'm just trying to see like what it physically is like.
Nothing really much to loot, other than his sling. Uh, you will see that, well, much like how I described, uh,
Mhm.
the Ghostling's body seems to have some form of like humanoidish features to them. Just not, you know, both the head and lower body are that of a goat, as the name would indicate, with this like jet black fur. Its mouth, seems to have an unusual amount of like teeth for a goat-like creature. Its heads, its eyes, like this, yellowish coloration. In fact, I'm just going to show you the actual art that there is for them to go around.
Gross.
He looks friendly.
They have really nothing to cover themselves with other than a loincloth. Uh, and they, like stink. Like they haven't, like they don't really like, groom themselves or, take the appropriate hygienic measures.
Great, that's it for me then.
So we're gonna start heading to the temple.
I think that we should. Karina, if you would be so kind as to lead the way.
And I'll offer to carry her so she doesn't have to walk since she's tired.
You are most kind, but you don't need to do all that. My legs may hurt a bit, but I can still walk.
Alright. Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
Oh, do you need some food or something? We have some rations if you're hungry or thirsty.
That too.
We were given some food in the temple by Demetria and her lackeys. I'm not happy about it, but I accepted some of that. They kept us fed. They kept us comfortable. But I fear that all of that was just a ruse to get us on their good sides. Now,
Right.
shall we?
I'll follow your lead.
Onward.
She begins to guide you guys through the rest of the way of the of the forest. At some point, after moving from here, you begin coming up onto a slightly darker segment of the forest, as if somehow light is even more so being blocked by the canopy. There is at some point, however, this weird sort of like stones that you see on the distance, as small creatures such as squirrels or other form of small animals occasionally dart through the ground, through the grass around, moving leaves here and there. Uh, you notice the closer you get that the stones appear to be covered, well, not covered, but have like these patches of kind of fuzzy looking green moss. They look old, weathered by time and the elements. Uh, as I move you guys to the next map. Here we go. You guys, a bit of a big map here. You guys will be coming in from around here. Put yourselves down on the map where I pinged that.
Oh, oops.
I mean, around that general area. It
Oh.
doesn't have to be exactly on the ping. I don't see Metius and Drakgar. Oh. Here we go. Porunga. Sandri.
That said she had a AFK for a second.
Okay.
And I don't know where Juno's.
Hey, I'm back. I apologize.
All right, there you go. All right, so you're coming up to this area with the, the standing stones here nearby, ish. Like I mentioned before, you notice that these things have been here for quite a bit. There's like the patches of green moss that I described earlier. but you do see that, at least from first glance, there appears to be, like remains of structures nearby, a little bit of pieces of rock and rubble that you think belong to a larger structure. You're probably not too far away from your destination. I forgot to put down Corina. Nobody told me. And give me a moment. There we go. Oh well, she'll probably be like towards the front of the group because she's leading you here. As you guys approach here, Corina will say, "Through here. I remember this place. It is not bringing back good memories, but, well, not too much farther away from here that lies the temple."
Do you remember these
Walk.
stones?
Yes, I believe back in the city, we used to call them standing stones. They said that the older druids created this to serve as, well, some say as warnings, others say as conduits of magic.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and for 10 minutes, anything within 30 feet of me that is magical will show up.
You're casting as a ritual or as an action?
As an action.
Okay, so you take out that spell slot.
And anything within 30 feet. And then I'm gonna get 30 feet to that rock. Within
Okay. Yeah, no, move yourself over there. As you get a little bit closer, Metius, you notice there's like a squirrel that kind of peeks out from behind one of the stones.
Oh.
Appears to kind of like, you know, look at you and begins to chatter its teeth. As it kind of like seems to go up the stone, like up to the top of it. As it comes up to the top of the stone, you see as it appears that at some point, on the way up, it sort of produced a nut into his hand, and kind of like still chatters his teeth at you, and kind of like tosses it at you, almost as if trying to hit you with it.
What?
No, obviously no damage dealt, but it just kind of like hits you like on the leg.
That squirrel just threw something at me.
Well, that's strange. It then kind of, you see it kind of like run down from the one of the poles, move on to the next one, and repeat the process as if it has like stashes of nuts and acorns on top of the stones.
And it's just throwing them at me.
All of you in general. It seems to be tossing at y'all.
I pick up a rock off the ground and attempt to throw it at it.
Roll me to hit.
You can play it that game.
Roll me to hit.
Strength, right?
Yes.
Fuck.
Still just enough because it's just a squirrel.
Oh no.
You kind of hit it with the rock, and you hear it, like squeak in pain. As it kind of like falls from the top of the rock, and once it hits the ground, you see its shape alter
I knew it.
as he turns into what appears to be a gnomish individual.
Oh, cool.
Like this sort of like weird clothing. It's covered in leaves and mud and dirt.
I love it.
Shakes his head as he still starts to get up from the ground, and he says, "Ah, ah, do you treat all forest animals like that?"
Certainly not. Why would you? This is awkward.
Hey,
Wait,
well, hey, you were throwing it at us, and I didn't know what was.
I just talked. Ah, I'm back to normal. He kind of looks
Oh,
at you guys and kind of like approaches you guys, and says, thank you, kind stranger. I don't know what type of magic you did, but it seemed to have cured me of my insanity."
Yeah. At least it helped.
He kind of like grunts up to you, Dragon, kind of like shakes your hand, uh, and says, thank you so much. Name's Hercus. I have been here for quite a while. I am a druid of these woods. Uh, Hello, the rest of you. As he kind of like waves at the rest of you guys.
I wave back. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He kind of he kind of like looks at all of you guys and says, "Oh, quite the group you're traveling with, and armed to the teeth, I must add. At least you are, sir." Kind of looks at you, Drakgar. Looks at the rest of the party. You know, most of you don't carry weapons. You look more like the light travel type of people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you have any? Do you have any? Know anything about the temple that's nearby?
Oh, right to the point. Kind of looks around and seems to kind of like realize like where he is, as if he didn't like really previously looked at the area around him. He says, "Ah, that wretched woman. Now I remember. Yes, it's all coming back to me. Uh, I was traveling through here in an attempt to look into the temple, but that wretched woman Demetria, she poisoned me with a tea made out of a flower that grows here."
Poisoned you?
And this tea turned you into a squirrel?
Oh no, no! I think I turned myself into a squirrel. You know,
You-
you see, us druids, we have the ability to transform ourselves into animals. With certain limitations, of course.
right.
In my insanity from the poison, I turned myself into an animal and forgot to turn back.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
Well, thankfully I wasn't conscious through most of it. But wait, if you're traveling to here, does that mean you intend to go into the temple?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of looks at both of you guys and both say yes at the same time. And he says, I should have known. Well, us druids, we stay clear enough away from this place. All the stories never say anything good about this place. Bad things happen around here. If you're, but since you were kind enough to free me from my, prison within my own body, so to speak, I'll share with you some knowledge that I know of the temple. You see, not many know this. The temple is actually guarded by a couple of very nasty guardians. Uh, some say they are creatures, sentries posted by the Titans themselves. Uh, they're very strange creatures. I'm not exactly sure if they've been active for quite some time, but some say a set of gargoyles protects the entrance to this temple. When he says this, Corina kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "I've never seen them, and when I was here before, there were no gargoyles."
Ooh.
"Ah, you were here there then, miss. Well, you got off easy, or maybe they let you get away."
Why would they let her get away?
Demetria, she's a cunning woman, infamous around the Oldwoods for having quite the cunning mind. Uh, she is mischievous, she's evil. Uh, Maybe she knew that you would come here.
Hmm. So she's waiting for us. I see.
Or we're just a bunch of misfits just traveling, and we're like, oh, let's go here, and we're like, oh, circumstances.
I've been in the business long enough to know that coincidences
are not a thing.
Sometimes just pop up.
Would you be willing to help us get to the temple and we could offer you protection?
I can at the very least assist you with some of my magic left, if I still am capable of. But I have to spread word of this quickly to the other druids. Alert them of Demetrius' machinations.
Oh
Is
yeah,
there
yeah.
anything you can tell us about her?
Well, I've only talked to her on very rare occasions. But if she was willing to just poison me out of nowhere, then I probably wouldn't eat anything she's serving.
Right.
Um,
Don't eat her food.
I love drinking water. That means I can't drink water, guys.
Let's see. I have enough magic to assist one of you. Multiple of you really. But I suppose I can. Uh, if any of you require any form of enhancements to your defenses, or required to move fast, I can probably assist in that regard. It only lasts for a moment, but it's the least I can do in thanks for your assistance.
Oh, that'd definitely be appreciated.
All right, you first, chap. And he kind of like slaps you on the side of the arm. He's casting Longstrider on you.
Nice.
My.
Your movement speed has increased by 10.
Oh,
For the next hour.
My.
thanks, friend.
Don't mention it. In fact, whoever wants one more of those, gather around. Don't be shy.
I'll take one since nobody's coming for it.
Should we give it? Okay.
Late.
Go
Didn't speak up.
to
Ooh, get wrecked.
Longstrider on you as well, Derek.
Haha.
Come on! I still have a couple more of these.
Should we give it to Juno or Xandri? Maybe.
I have really good movement, so not me.
Let's give it to
If you could bolster my defensive capabilities in any way, that would be helpful.
It's less about bolstering your defenses, but I suppose I could assist like this. Stay still for a moment. This will only take a moment. He kind of moves over to Metius. He pulls out his like staff and kind of like bonks you on the on the head with it. Sings a little bit. And you right when you're about to be like, hey dude, what the fuck, you feel this effect spread from the point of impact, as you see your skin kind of like begin to harden, not in petrification by the way, just kind of seems a little bit sturdier, harder to to pierce through, I suppose. He is casting bark skin on you.
Oh, cool.
Your AC is now 16.
Excellent. I'll bow and thank him, and then look at my hands and squeeze them.
They make like this weird sort of like sound, like in wood rubbing against wood. When all right, I think that's all I had left in me. I wish you good luck. I shall spread word of this far and wide. The matter's machinations must not go unpunished.
All right, I wish you luck too, and if there's anything else, let us know.
Right. Another thing you should know. It is said that the temple houses other forms of nasty creatures besides the guardians. How do I describe them? Well, they are very strange creatures. They look like this ooze of sorts. You might want to keep well enough far away from them. They tend to be, rumor has it, they tend to have a knack for eating anything you throw at them.
Interesting.
Thank you for the information. Good luck.
I wish you all the same. Good luck.
as Hercus runs off into the woods.
Love that dude.
Corina kind of stares at the direction where Hercus ran off to, and she turns back at you guys and says, have I just let you all into a trap?
Nah,
No.
we're fine.
To be
what's
completely
trap?
honest with you, we have to go here anyway. We do want to rescue you and your friends, but we're on a very particular path, and we have to come here. So, please don't feel any responsibility if anything were to happen to any of us. It's not your fault.
Oh, I forgot to write down the guy's name. Fuck.
Wait, what do you say?
No, I forgot to write down the guy's name from earlier. One of the
the
people that were
druid?
missing. No. It was from at the bar. I didn't ask
Oh.
for the guy's name.
Can I walk up to Metius and tell him, hey, Metius, real quick,
Mhm.
write down this on your book about this area. So
Okay.
when I was here back in the days, this is a luscious green field upon what we called back then the Great Temple. Now
It
it's
looks
called-
quite luscious and green now.
Oh, it was way better than this. It wasn't how you say, it was maintenance, you could say. Not much trees, open fields. I guess over time, and nobody visited for a while. I believe that's what happened.
Should we start heading down?
Beautiful green flowers.
Well,
Sure,
Derek
kind of
has
rare
his
back in the
monologue.
days. Tell him to write this down in his book.
I
know what
appreciate
you're
the
talking
information.
about.
I'll write it down immediately.
Tends to write it down. Shit.
While Derek continues to monologue, I'm gonna go start heading down.
They're already walking. We should catch up.
Make me a deception check, Derek, contested against Metius insight.
I think Matthias just believes him right now.
Okay.
For
Like he
the sake
doesn't.
of-
He has no. He has.
Easy,
I would
I'm
never be
right.
able to beat that anyway. But he has no like reason to think Derek would ever lie to him about anything.
He's like, yeah, keep
Easy.
talking, Derek. No one cares. Let's go.
Accepted. Too good.
As you continue walking through the woods, you see as Corinne eventually comes to a stop, and she says,
Goodness.
"There it is, right there, the temple, just ahead of us."
Right.
You see, those of you who are stepping here, what appears to be, albeit very old looking, but what appears to be a large, structure. There is, a ruined architecture that kind of goes up quite a significant distance, like, from the ground. From a distance, the pillars that make up the surroundings of this temple almost look like trees, like petrified wood and the like. However, though the structure's general shape still stands, there's like this thick layer of overgrown vines, moss, lots of other greenery seems to be slowly overtaking segments of the structure. The It looks old, like all this looks old as hell. Even without rolling like any history checks, eyeballing it, probably like a couple of centuries old.
Damn.
Easy. Too old.
As far as you can tell, there is no discernible like entry point. You see like a bunch of pillars at the moment. But well, you guys can move around if you wish.
Should we
Do
keep
you
going
remember
or
which
should
way
we
you
wait for them
came
to
from,
catch up?
Karina?
There's
Oh, there you go.
there's an opening in one of the walls.
Hmm.
And it
I'm
doesn't look
gonna
like
stealthily move over here.
it looks. Doesn't look like as good as it was back in the days. So ugly.
I can see like a faint to the east, the southeast, I can see a faint. Oh yeah, which direction that she's going in? There's something there, like wood on the floor or something, some debris. That might be where the opening is.
Think to make this slightly less laggy and a bit more easier to see. I'm just gonna, for a moment, get rid of the dynamic lighting around the pillars, so you guys can see this place a little bit easier. There we go. Did that change anything for anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's okay.
So you
Still
guys
gonna
come
be
up into into this segment of the area. What appears to be a crack, fallen over, like hole in the wall, not
Mhm.
far away from you, a little bit towards the southeastern segment.
Well,
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
we we should we should sneak up to it. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
All right.
stealthing along this wall.
If you guys are going to stealth, then roll me your stealth checks.
Stealthing.
Brick.
Wow, a 13.
So you cannot come up. I am actually gonna roll a stealth for Karina as well.
I am Akshan.
Oh, I accidentally rolled to GM. But she actually rolled a 23. Holy shit.
Nice.
Okay, so
I'll
guys
roll
gonna-
stealth too.
you guys gonna slowly, start creeping up to the temple wall. You notice there's, Drakgar and Metius who are the closest ones. You will see an antechamber of sorts, like up ahead. There's traces of a long destroyed, currently rotting, like piece of wood that could potentially have been at some point a gate or a door or something to that effect. Do you guys move further?
I'm walking. Oh, there seems to be I can make out like a tiny part of a statue.
You do
Oh.
see, as you walk into this room, there's like this smell that kind of begins to hit you. Like wet earth, wet dirt is, there's like soggy dead leaves on the ground. You notice there are actually like muddy footsteps on the ground that seem to match Karina's footsteps, like her boots that she currently wears, that are obviously in the direction, heading in the direction of, opposite from the temple, like
Mhm.
here. You see just past a torn down segment of the wall, what appears to be a small, sort of like faint of ray of light that seems to be hitting against uh, a statue, a statue of what seems to be a bearded man, uh, who's sitting upon a throne, kind of hunching just slightly.
No.
The ceiling that still remains of this segment uh, is probably what takes up the most of the size of the structure from the distance that you guys saw. Seems to be built in such a way so as to allow a single sort of like ray of light that kind of hits against this large mirror that the statue is holding.
I'm going to turn to the group and whisper, but enough that everybody can hear. I'm going to say that when we were all given our prophecies, I was told that this Demetria would be able to. Well, she might have some more information for me concerning my fate. So please, we can't kill her immediately. And I do also have some other information. Apparently, she quite likes being flattered and all that kind of any kind of talk that would appeal to her vanity. So let's keep that in mind as well.
Noted.
So, Derek, I'm going to be counting on you to smooth talk her because it's not really my flattery isn't exactly my expertise.
Shake my head. We're doomed.
Look, man, I told you if you just practice on Zandra's aunt, you had it, man. You guys both
What?
love books. You guys both love writing.
What?
I suppose. Let's focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, then once it's over, I'll help you try smooth talk. All right.
Did you see if that statue is magical? Or could you?
Um,
Uh,
I will have to step into the room because it's blocked by
I'll step
stone.
into the room in front of you.
Okay. So I'll step in behind Juno,
uh,
and if it hasn't been an hour, then my detect magic, or I mean 10 minutes. My detect magic is still up, not an hour, it's 10 minutes.
okay. So you will notice that once you enter into this room, there is no actual, like magical. Well, you do detect some, how shall I say, resonance, I guess. Not quite like magical, but something that seems to be infused with some degree of magic. Within the mirror itself, as if like a core of sorts. I will mention, since most of you guys are inside the room, that you notice there's like this shaft, this kind of like hole in the ground. Uh, Looks small enough that like a creature of small size could potentially fit through there. And it seems that the ray of light that is being reflected by the mirror seems to kind of be angled in such a way that it kind of goes down into the shaft.
Right.
Hmm.
I'll say that I detect a faint magic. It's sort of suffused with this place, but nothing particularly stands out.
Interesting. Should we have... Can my guy look down the hole, see if I can see anything down there?
Make a perception check.
Damn it.
You don't see anything, but you do, even with a 5, you do hear something. Sounds like running water.
I can't really see much down there, but it sounds like there's water down there. Might be safe to jump down.
Well, none of you would fit. I'll say that right now.
Oh, we don't. It's that small. Okay,
None of
okay.
you are like small size or smaller.
Theoretically,
Too bad we don't have a druid.
I could reduce the size of somebody and drop them down. However, I think that's a terrible idea because we don't know how far down it goes.
That's true. There is water though.
I think I may know where it leads. Says
Where would that be?
like at the far back. She kind of like steps into the room and says, if memory serves, there used to be there is rather a chamber below us, a glade. That's where I was with my friends before I left. She kind of like leans over to the tunnel. Somehow the glade was illuminated. I think this may be the reason why.
Interesting. Do you know another way down?
There's some stairs, the ones that I took to escape. Over there. She can like points over in this direction.
I'll start heading that way.
This little crack where I am at, Whatever I see on the map is just what I would see, right?
Yes, you would just see that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, did I delete the token? No, I did not.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey man, dynamic lighting, fucking. uh,
That's pretty cool.
Does a lot of things, but also slows down my computer like a motherfucker. I would appreciate if you guys don't like move too much like back and forth, cause
Oh, okay, all right. I didn't.
my
Sure.
computer has to load up all of the movements of everybody in the map plus their line of sights with the
I'll keep that in mind.
dynamic lighting. Uh, so just move to where your character is actually moving. Are you stuck on a wall, Porunga and Drakgar?
Oh shit, sorry. I thought I was. Never mind.
I'm asking, because sometimes the barriers make it so that you guys get a little bit stuck. So Dragon.
No, I'm not stuck.
Oh, you were lagging like hell over there, Porunga. What were you saying? Oh, you were gonna stop there. Right. So what you guys would see once you step into this room appears to be a large, sort of like rectangular room, shrouded in a little bit of darkness. There's some shadow that not a lot of light enters this segment. There appears to be the accompanied by the echoing sound of droplets falling into a really big pool of water that looks a little bit on the stagnant side. There's like this massive sort of like vines that kind of stretch across the room. Appears to be some form, looks almost like at some point it was some form of bath, perhaps like a bath area here. But the water looks not too good.
Alright.
So, what do you guys do?
I move this. I'll move over here.
Okay.
So hallway here. This must be where the stairs go, right?
Well, you do notice there's a door, like a set of double doors on the other side of the stagnant water pool.
Oh. Oh.
Corina kind of points over there and says, "Yes, through there."
Do you know what was this way? And I'll point like in this direction here.
She will say, "That's the back side of the temple. I didn't run through there because I didn't saw quite a way through the trees."
I suppose we'll head over to this
Uh,
set of doors.
Hold on. Oh, stop right there, Perungan Drakgar. Because the moment you step into the water, you
Oh.
hear something. What at first sounded like sound that would, that sounded very similar to the constant droplets of water that you kept hearing. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Suddenly turns into what sounds like bubbling.
Oh, goodness.
You hear as many bubbles begin coming up onto the surface of the water.
Say, Porunga, run! And I'll extend my arm out, see if I can try to grab him before whatever happens.
Hold on, man. Because as you say, Porunga, run, as you realize what's happening, you see these two masses like appear from the pool of water. They look like some form of slushy, substance, but seems to
Ew.
move with a intelligence to it. Its movements, almost like those of a creature on the prowl. On the prowl. Around the same time that this happens, Drakgar, those roots that you're currently standing upon, you feel them brush against your leg as they begin to move in all of their own accord. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiative.
Clicking character.
Mother. Bruh. Bruh.
Ooh, the 5.
You concrete. Where's my thing at? There I am. That's fine. Bro, guys, we're gonna die to construction.
I mean, that's just
So scared.
looks like I'm gonna need to roll for Karina.
You guys, OSHA violations.
All right, so Porunga, you kind of hear these creatures kind of like come up from the water. Drakgar, you feel like the roots underneath your feet kind of like begin to move on their own as they begin to rise up. Same for you, Metius. You actually see these roots that you're nearby you kind of begin to move as well. And it is as you guys get ready to fight against these creatures that probably want to kill you. That is where we'll end the session.
No.
Ooh.
God.
Are at end time, sadly.
I cry.
What's it called? Yeah, dang. But hey, we don't have Exandri here. I
Yeah.
don't know if Juno is here.
She fell off the map.
Yeah, you are. You are.
So is Uguay. Uguay's here.
Hey, hello, Ray. But uh, you guys made it. You are inside the Mossy Temple on your way to, face this Demetria person. One who is connected to one of your prophecies, and also to retrieve the Horn of Balmitria that her, minions have stolen. But before all of that, we'll see next week if you can survive against a couple of oozes. Before I end the recording, for those who are watching this on YouTube, continue watching our videos, continue following along the adventures of this group of prophesized heroes. And, I hope you guys, by you guys I mean you guys as players, are looking forward to the next session. This will be us ending the recording for now.